working now. It says preparing live stream.
The-
So you said you're going up to Minnesota in 2 weeks?
No, not anymore.
Ah, man, fell through.
Yeah.
You didn't get the tickets or
Well, whenever I was looking a month ago, the tickets were cheap for the flight because I had rewards points. And then I waited too late to actually get them. And the rewards points weren't even covering half of what I was going to get for them. I was like, okay, fuck this. I'll just go up there next year because we're playing up there again next year.
oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, we
It's a
played them like
Sunday night this year,
5 years.
so that's I don't know if it's going to be a night game next year.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is. We stay playing them. We play them every year, it seems like.
Yeah.
But my
If
buddy from Minnesota is going to come down November, I think. So I still get to see him.
I say should it. All right, here we go. All right, I got it. I got this. So now I got to go ahead and edit some of this. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
We live?
We're getting ready to be. Technically, we are, but I got it private.
Okay.
Technically, we already are live. I got the shit private. That's all. Let me go. Where the fuck is YouTube Studios content? Well, technically, shouldn't I be able to manage? Oh, let's see. What's that? Should be a way to view your history on here too. God, I don't know why the fuck it's got this as my primary browser either. Here we go, history. Let me see. Edit, edit. Okay. Edit. YouTube Creator Studio. I really hope it doesn't fucking crash. How's the family been?
Oh, we've been good. Yeah, we've been chilling.
Shit, I know you got fucking work off tomorrow.
I do, yeah.
That's nice.
I actually had to work today when I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to, but I was like, hey, at least I get tomorrow off, so I'm not even mad.
And you get a little extra money.
No, I mean, I guess, but it's not like time and a half or anything. It's just
Yeah, man.
regular hours.
Shit. So are you gonna be there next weekend?
No, no. I think I've told you this before, but I don't like going to week one.
You have told me. So which ones are you going to?
I'm not sure. If I had to guess, just by judging from how it looks, probably Miami in October. Maybe the Seahawks. I have a good feeling about the Rams Monday night game. That just seems like a game I would
Got
go
him.
to
I got an
last
amazing
second.
feeling we're gonna win that game. Hey, but I
Yeah,
already, I know we
yeah.
aren't. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, I am predicting us to win that game.
I mean, that's such a late season game. I mean, you don't even know what it could look like by then. It could look like a totally different game. Like we might be favored by like 10 at that point. Like
No, I think that's going to be a very important game for playoff positioning.
I mean, yeah, we can think that now, but you know how, I mean, it's the NFL. Shit comes and goes every week. It is week to week. Like that could look like a shitty game by then. We don't know. But for now, absolutely, that looks like it's going to be a playoff game, basically. But yeah, probably I'm hoping three this year that I go to, but realistically, probably one or two.
You know, there's only 8 of them at home. It's a thing, also.
Yeah. Yeah, after that Bucks game, we don't get a normal home game, at least for me, because I can't go to the Commanders game. That's my son's birthday until October, which is late
That's your son's
October.
third birthday?
Yeah.
Right, 30. Well, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
shoot, take him to a Falcons game for his birthday.
Maybe I could. I don't know. Might have
Uh,
to think on that.
that would be great,
I know we've
actually.
got some things planned, but it's the day after we got them planned, so maybe that day. I have to think about it.
All right, we're going to be live in a minute, but I just need to see. You can see this, right? All this. The
Yeah, I
Atlanta
can see
Falcons
the.
2025.
Yeah, I see that.
Let me move that. I need this. Fucking, let me see. Yeah, I've already shit didn't mean to go there, but I've already gotten tickets to 5 of them. I just got tickets to the Panthers game today.
Yeah. I feel like you're a season ticket guy that doesn't get the season
No,
tickets. Like,
because it's way cheaper to
yeah,
just go off Ticketmaster, even though it
yeah,
sucks.
it really is. Like, you get
It,
the tickets for every home game, but you're not the guy buying them at the beginning of the year.
well, and the other thing too is that PSL, even though I was confused, I thought initially PSL you paid that annually. Apparently, it is just a one-time fee. The
Hmm.
tickets themselves are not really even that much. They only start at like 750, but the PSL license that is what screws a lot of people up and kind of ties them to it. That's what's
Right.
going on with my grandparents right now because they don't necessarily for them they got season tickets. I think they were at the NFC Championship in 2016. I think their
Yeah.
first season with season tickets was that year. And you know, then they got it for obviously when the bins first opened up, they've had them since. For like the past 4 years though, my grandmother's been saying like this is our last year, this is our last year, but the next year where do
Yeah.
you think they are? They're at the games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people that are like that.
Yep.
But as the price of everything goes up, I do think it's more and more likely that we're going to see
Right.
but the next we're going to see
Yeah.
stuff like it happen. So, all right, 2020 source one. Good stuff. Here's the thing. I'm going to put this. So we are actually already streaming. I'm going to put it on live so people may be able to watch back and see our whole conversation, but I guess that's all right. We haven't talked about anything too deep.
All right.
Let's see the 2025. Uh,
We
hold
got an
on.
early start on that Monday night versus Buffalo game.
Yeah, because that's a double header too.
Yeah.
That's fucking the Bears and God, who are the Bears playing that night? I know the Bears are playing that night.
Vikings, maybe.
Bears, Vikings. No, they play week one Monday night. I don't think
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
I don't think they would play. Maybe it's the Bears and Packers. I don't know. They that typically isn't a Monday night game though.
yeah.
Oh shit, I think it's Washington actually.
Damn, that's gonna be weird. 7:15. God, I hope I'm on in home in time for kickoff that night.
You know, uh, let me see. Well, I need a new fucking computer. That's what I really need.
What computer you got?
I got this old ran down HP computer I've had for a couple years. I need a fucking MacBook.
Oh yeah,
That what you got?
I have a fucking HP Chrome. I think Google Chrome, but my fiance has a MacBook that I just bought her like 2 months ago for like $1,000.
Yeah, I see. You got to spoil your girl first.
Fucking price. Which she's going to school, so she's like, I need something good.
Yeah, you
I
got to
need
spoil your girl though,
something good.
regardless. I'm sure, like you see that nice ass Mercedes, you'll get it for her before you get it for yourself.
Yeah, you got to, because I wouldn't hear the end of it if I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you ever fucking hit the lottery or you ever start investing in crypto and then you get a big return on it, you're gonna have to fucking spend all that on her.
Not only that, but just family too. People are gonna want a cut of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, you don't have to give anyone outside your household a cut of it, but you got to take care of her and your son.
Oh yeah. But like I was just thinking about this because the Powerball was last night. It got up to I think
Anyone win that? What was
billion.
that? $1 billion?
Yeah, I bought like 10 tickets, and I'm just thinking, what the hell happens if I win this
I
shit?
used to, I used to, me and my grandmother, we used to play that shit all the time. Obviously I wasn't old enough, but like she get scratch
Right,
offs for me and
right.
shit. And yeah, I forgot, I meant to get the fucking Powerball, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't win that shit. I'm not even sure if anyone did.
Let me check. Anyone win the fucking Powerball? Powerball. Oh shit, no one did. It's gonna
Of
be
course not.
like
I
one
feel like
point.
they rig it. I swear to God, they rigged that shit.
I don't know. It's weird how it works. It's pretty weird how the fucking Powerball works.
I might have to spoil myself, get one of these club seats for one game this year and call it a year. Pay like $500 for a club level.
Let me tell you what I'm doing for the Miami game. You know the new 300 Club?
Yeah, at the top of the stadium.
I got tickets there for that for only like 70 something dollars.
Really?
Yes, just one ticket.
No, no, no. How do you get that? I'll go buy one right now.
I got it's like 240 something dollars. Do it for the Miami game. We'll fucking ball up there. They got free food up there.
I thought you said it was 70.
I got one for 70. Now they're 240.
Oh, when the hell did you get them?
I got it like fucking 2 months ago.
Damn, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That
fuck yeah. Do you do any of the following describe your content? Make a real person appear to do or say something they didn't say or do, alters footage of a real event or place, generates a realistic looking scene that didn't actually occur. I guess that's the fucking because they're doing this new AI detection. So no,
hmm
no, I did not. Let me see. Atlanta Falcon. No, I didn't mean to search that up. Is Hags or Hags? Let me see. All right. We'll put on Atlanta. So, Falcons. Mhm. I was thinking about also me and CPG. I already messaged. He's on board with it. Doing an NFC South roundtable where it was going to be like,
Oh, that'd be
oh,
fire.
fucking. But
I
they
love that.
already do one actually. I didn't know this. There's some people that already do one. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's
well,
they got fucking Birdo, whatever the fuck his name is. Can he? I
what?
hope no one can listen to this because I'm gonna call the guy retarded.
Well, I don't. They ain't listening to it now, but shit, they may be able to. Fucking
It's just gonna
who's
come out.
bigger?
I think that
Fuck,
guy is so stupid because
fuck.
anytime he's talking to like our division rival fans, he sounds so stupid. Like he is the dumbest one in those lives compared to them,
No, no,
and he makes us look like shit.
absolutely, absolutely. God damn, I wish I could.
But nah, I fuck with CPG heavy as hell. I've known him since I was fucking 13. Like that's crazy. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know if I plugged in my phone. You couldn't hear me.
Absolutely, I can hear you.
Cool.
Where's the thumbnail at? There it is. Let me see. God damn, can I? All right, I'll just fucking. In that case, I'll just. And then we'll see if we're live. Live. We go live publicly. No, I didn't mean to do that. Still want to fucking. And. Okay. Let's see. You were able to join in, and I didn't even have to do anything. So hopefully, if Wolf joins in, it'll be the same.
Oh no, I'm sure it'll be the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, well, you want to copy y'all's links. Subscribe. Even though I know you don't use your YouTube channel that much, you mainly use TikTok.
Right.
Subscribe to. I was trying to get. I knew I wasn't going to get started exactly at 9, but I was hoping to. I'm a little behind, but it's fine because shit, we don't. It's the night before Labor Day. No one should be doing shit anyway.
Right.
Respectfully. There's this channel, right? Copy the link. Brave still ain't got shit on the board. Yes, wolf respectfully. Hashtag Atlanta. Hashtag guns. All right. We are getting ready to go live any moment. So I'm sure you know what the fuck to do. Just follow my lead.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Well, I thought that North Carolina game was tonight. I didn't
Oh, they
realize.
go tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't. I know they always have one on the night of Labor Day, but
I am interested to see what Belichick even looks like.
I am too. That's what I was saying.
That's the only reason I give a shit.
Yeah. All right. Should be on any second. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday night. Happy Sunday night. Happy Labor Day weekend. First weekend of college football. Um, and how's everyone been doing? Y'all been doing all right? It's that time of year. It is time to predict it's time to predict the Atlanta Falcons schedule for the 2025 season. I got a very special guest with me right now, and may have another special guest joining me later. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? You already know who it is.
Yeah, man. So, um, we're here to predict the schedule tonight. Predict the schedule for the Atlanta Falcons during the 2025 season. And I think you can agree with me, Will. This is going to be an exciting season, but it's also a very big season for a lot of people, especially our front office and our coaching staff, because when you go so many years missing the playoffs, you can only tolerate so much. And
Hmm.
what the Falcons did this offseason was they certainly got younger on the defensive side of the ball. We finally saw them put an emphasis on really improving that pass rush for the first time in a pretty long time, and really to complement what the promise that we saw to end the year last year from Michael Penix and this offense. So Falcons have a lot of big games on this schedule, and it's a schedule that the Falcons are definitely going to have to earn it. They're going to have to earn earn their stripes this year. And if they are a team that they really want to be where they think they can get, they're going to have to prove that they can be that team. So, you
Oh
got
yeah, there's
anything
a
else?
there's a lot of opportunities on this schedule. A lot of prime time, a lot of eyeballs. If there's ever a year to win and get in the playoffs, it's this year, without a doubt.
Yes.
If I could pick any season in the past 15 years, aside from like 2017, I'd pick this year to win it all.
What do you mean by win it all?
Win the Super Bowl.
Oh shit! You going that far?
No, I'm just saying if I could personally handpick and tell God, please give us a Super Bowl this season, it'd be this season. Aside from the 2017 season.
Shoot. No.
Yeah.
All
No,
right. Colin.
I am a little skeptical, of course. There's a lot of question marks. Doesn't mean I don't think we can. I believe in them enough to, watch them every Sunday and root for that, but I probably wouldn't go that far, but we'll get down in the nitty-gritty of the predictions and we'll see what the win-loss looks like at the end of it.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this thing, man. Let's see what we got. Starting off with
Am I lagging a bit?
no, you sound fine, dude.
Okay.
Starting off with week 1, next Sunday, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And Justin, I'll be talking about this game coming up this week. I'm gonna be talking about this game, previewing it, seeing what the Falcons can do to get a 1-0 start. And the Falcons haven't started 1-0 a lot in recent memory, but this is probably one of the biggest games you could have coming out of the stretch, because we all know this is going to be the team that we are um competing for in the NFC South to win the NFC South. This is the reigning 4-time NFC South division champions. Now, all that despite the fact that we did sweep the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. We swept them in that first game, the amazing Thursday night football game last year, and the second game in Tampa. We also were able to pull out, and those were, our quarterback Kirk Cousins' his best 2 games last season. Um, Now, as far as looking forward to this matchup itself, both teams, for it being a week one game, are coming into it pretty beaten up. The Falcons, obviously, the big news just coming out recently is that right tackle Caleb McGarry is going to be out for the entire season, which is absolutely devastating to hear, considering number one, he just got paid. Number two, he's going to be Michael Penix's blindside blocker, and your blindside blocker is probably your most second most important position on the team outside of quarterback. So with where the Falcons are, especially these first 4 weeks, you're really going to have to ride the ship with whoever you throw out there until Storm Norton comes back. Presumably after the bye week, he should be back by that Buffalo game. But these first 4 weeks or so, you're going to have to ride it out.
Right.
Um, Now, Tampa is also really injured. Tampa did not play any of their starters in the preseason, just like the Falcons. And listen, people love to make a big deal about preseason. At the end of the day, the Falcons not play their stars. The Bucks not play their stars. Both teams are coming in here beating up. No one team is going to have the advantage over the other just because of that. Okay, because as far as looking at it, Tristan Wirfs is out for Tampa. So they are also dealing with their star tackle being out. Now it looks like Darnell Mooney should be playing next Sunday. He returned to practice. I'm sure we'll probably see
I'm very confident he's going to be back. I don't think there's
he
any question marks about him, honestly.
he should be back for next Sunday. Chris Godwin will not be back next Sunday.
Or Mr. Jalen McMillan as well.
He is also out. Yes. So it's pretty much going to be Mike Evans and a rookie um
Emeka Egbuka.
Emeka Ibuka, who's it's going to be his first game in the NFL, going up against, a Falcon secondary that I think there's questions about, but AJ Terrell and Mike Hughes are both veterans, and Jesse Bates is back there. Now I will probably, and I'll get deeper into it. I could definitely see Tampa trying to attack Xavier Watts, because that is also another big story. The Falcons are going to have four defensive rookies starting. So that's where I say the
When's
defense
the
definitely.
last time we had that? Don't mean to
I don't
interrupt you, but
honestly, I don't think it's ever happened.
I want to say
Maybe 2016. I
that's
don't even think it
exactly what
was,
I was thinking. I'm thinking Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, and
but
hell, I don't know,
that's two.
some others.
Yeah, there may have been one more, but that is two. So, um, Tampa is the Falcons are coming into this beating up. The Bucks are going to be really beaten up. The Falcons are at home in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Bucks typically never. The Bucks fans don't take over Mercedes-Benz like Cowboys fans do, or Steelers fans do, or even Washington fans, or even like Saints fans have in years past. Tampa doesn't. The fans make the trip, but they don't take it over. Considering it is week one, and considering I think there is some excitement around Penix and what he could be,
Right.
I think we're gonna have an opportunity to establish a home field advantage here.
Oh yeah.
So, with all of that being said, and also the fact that the Falcons have to start off stronger than they know it, I think it's going to be a type of ball game where I just don't think the Bucks are going to really be able to actually get things going consistently. We may see flashes of it. We may see some times where they get some big completions to Mike Evans. They gave Mecca Ibuka the ball. Obviously, Bucky Irving. I could really see Tampa trying to lean on that running game, but if the Falcons shut that running game down, it could spell a lot of trouble for Tampa. Jalen Walker is really good against the run, and David Onyemata, Rukaroro, Brandon Dorless, Zach Harrison. Those are all guys you are counting on to be able to stop the run. And, it's a young defense, but it's a defense that I think has more upside to it than past Falcons defenses have had with a lot of older presence on there. I at least think when you got some young guys, there is more upside for what they could be. I just don't think the Bucks are really going to be able to establish anything. Now, I think the Falcons. I'm not saying they're going to come out flying. I think we're probably also going to see the Falcons at times take their lumps. but I think because they're at home, because and also another thing we haven't even talked about. This is the third straight year the Bucks have had a new offensive coordinator. And the odds of it being three straight offensive coordinator hits for Tampa is it's pretty slim. It was slim enough with two and back to back here. So now you're telling me three straight years, and I'm just going to be honest with the injuries that Tampa has. They're going to, I think, have issues really establishing a tone on offense. I think the Falcons are going to have more based off the fact Zach Robinson has had a full year here. They've been working together all season. They are more familiar with each other. With all that being said, um, I think the Falcons are going to win this. I think they're going to start 1-0 for only the second time. Well, we started 1-0 a couple years ago when we played Carolina at home, and that was actually the first time we had started 1-0 in
A
years, I
while.
think.
Oh
But
yeah.
I think the Falcons are going to start 1-0. I think they're going to get a win versus Tampa. I don't think they're necessary. I don't think it's going to be a 20 or 30 point blowout. I think it could be a closer game score wise, but I just think the Bucks are going to have issues getting things going. So
Yeah.
what do you think, Will? And I know I've rambled on, man. So just fly away with your thoughts on this game.
Yeah. So going to your point about us being week one at home, well, I would be getting a call right now. Um, yeah, going back to your point, we haven't had but maybe one win at home in the past few years. This feels like a win for sure. And going another thing, going to your point about, the offensive coordinator, them going for the third year in a row. I don't look into that too much. I think every year of Baker's career, he's had a new offensive coordinator. So I think it's one of those things he's just used to, and he's somehow managed to succeed. I don't know how he does it. He's really talented, but I think the injuries are going to be way too much. I'm not going to sleep on them for the year. I think they still could be a playoff team,
Absolutely.
but just for this game in particular, I think we smoke them. I really think we take advantage of them. Penix is ready to light them up,
So do
and
you
then
think it's going to be 24-19, or are you thinking something? You don't got to give an exact score prediction. I mean, if you do, absolutely.
let's
But
just say 28. No, let's go 27 to 20. Yeah, let's go 27-20.
27-20. Okay, so still, but you think we're going to start 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think this is.
And
I think the energy in the stadium is going to be different. It's going to be really electric in there for this one in particular.
yeah, there is a certainly an energy that I even think last year there was an energy because of the fact it's Tampa. There's going to be an energy about this game, and
Oh
we
yeah.
know we got to get it done. So yeah, so we both have the Falcons start 1-0,
I
and
mean, they're missing Tristan Wirfs. Like, I mean, we got
yeah,
to take advantage of that edge there.
next game, week two, Sunday night football in Minnesota, the battle of two second round quarterbacks. JJ McCarthy and Michael Penix, a rematch of the national championship a couple years ago. The Falcons head up to Minnesota to take on the Vikings on Sunday night football. And an early season primetime matchup. Now, I'm gonna say this about this game. I feel like it is absolutely a game that we can win. I absolutely feel like we can win this game. I think Kevin O'Connell is a really good coach. We saw what he did with Sam Darnold last year. So that I think is proof he is a really good coach. And I think that JJ McCarthy in the long run is going to be all right. But I also think that because, I mean, we talk about Penix didn't play much. McCarthy didn't play at all last season because he was injured. And, the fact that this is going to be his first start at home. Now, the fact that it is at home and that stadium is going to be rocking, I definitely think is going to help him.
Oh yes, yes it
And
will.
it's going to, I think it could be tough for both quarterbacks. And it could definitely be a game that if the Falcons want to win, it's going to have to be a big game out of Bijan Robinson and a big game for that run and attack. And I think this is one of those games where you go back to the Caleb McGarry injury and you talk about this is where it's crucial at, because McGarry isn't just crucial for Penix's blind side. He's also very crucial because he works that Kirsch Lindstrom, and we know the Falcons love to run to that right side of the offensive line. So you want to talk about you're going to get a bit, a big win versus Tampa week 1 because you're at home. I think I really think that I think the Falcons are unfortunately going to take the loss here. I think that the Falcons, I think it's gonna come down to a game of what defense does a better job shutting the young quarterback down. And I think this is going to be one of those games where we saw, Penix last year. It never really felt like he honestly got shut down. Even against Washington, very late, he was able to, make that big throw and keep us in
Mhm.
that game. And, it's not just going to come down to, Penix and his ability of what he can do. I think the offensive line could also be a concern. The fact that this is going to be a very rocking environment. It's their home opener. And I think the Falcons are, I think unfortunately, they are going to take an L here. I think it's a game that if you get, I mean, I'll say this. And I think Wolf is in here. Wolf, you in here, baby?
I guess not.
Can you hear me?
He's in here. What
Oh,
up,
there he
baby?
is.
What's going on, fellas?
What's
What's
up,
up,
man?
man? We just talking. We're still pretty early, so
Okay.
I can go back. I can go back to
Nah, you don't gotta go. Nah, you don't gotta go back. It's
Nah,
cool.
I'm gonna do it for you, man, because we only 2 games in.
Yeah,
We,
well,
we we're not even gonna talk about this Minnesota game.
Okay.
Week 1 versus Tampa. What thinking about that game? First of all, tell them who you are, man.
Hey, man. Wolf Respectfully, better known as Wolf Solidified. Before my channel, I took it, but it's Wolf Respectfully now. So I am a longtime Atlanta Falcons fan from the great state of New Jersey up north.
Oh, sick.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
man. So
How'd
yeah.
you become a Falcons fan up there?
I kind of gravitated towards the Falcons during the Jerry Glansville era.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so you know what I mean. That was when the real men wear black era.
Yeah, he was a superstar back then.
He was definitely a superstar, and he got a lot of press uh
Oh, yeah.
in New York. So that's how I
I can
became.
definitely see how you gravitated towards
Yeah,
that. That is
yeah,
something
yeah,
we might never see again.
yeah. Some I never might see again. So to me, the first game is a playoff game. It's definitely a playoff game. The national media does have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers slightly favored over the Falcons.
One and a
Um,
half points. Yeah.
and I think that if they don't, if they don't, if they don't win the first game, it might cost them at the end of the season because of who we got at the end of the season. So it's imperative that they win this game.
So you think we are going to win this game?
We better win this game. Like it's like for me, this is one of those games where we have to win.
All right. So I already talked about the Minnesota game, and I'm marking this down as a loss.
Okay.
What do you think? Because Will, I know you were in the middle of explaining. What do you think, Will? And then what do you think, Wolf? What you smoking over there, man?
Hey man, just smoking a nice cigar. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Labor Day.
chilling, man. It's Labor
Yeah,
Day weekend. So
yeah,
what we
sick.
think about this Minnesota game on Sunday night?
Uh, I think they could take a bit. The defense could take advantage. Now, see, this is the problem. The defense has to go. I think the defense has to go, and this is one of those games where, again, you have a blessing. Jordan Addison is going to be out, right? Um,
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I did forget about that.
and they just traded for Thielen from Carolina.
right. And I think there's some get back. I think that this is one of those games where AJ has to get some get back. I think the Falcons last year were at the bottom tier of playing one-on-one with the wide receivers, our corners. I think they were at the bottom of the league playing man. I think this is a game where they have to play some man. You got to play some man. Um, and we got to see if this defense is going to click and go. And that's the whole thing about us this year. It's a lot of things based on faith. A lot of things have to work. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Whenever I went there last year, when I tell you that stadium is something I've never seen before, it really, truly is. I mean, it was rocking. And it being Sunday night, my buddy that lives up there, he's told me all summer this is one of the most highly anticipated games for them
Mm-hmm.
all year. So not only are we coming into this looking for a win, they are really doing that too. Kevin O'Connell's a great in me, wants to pick us. And I think I think we'll win this one too. I mean, if you remember
Okay.
last year, going into the fourth quarter with Kirk, it was tied, I believe. And it just got blown open from, just nonsense with Jimmy Lake, our
That is
coordinator.
true.
And, this year, I think it's going to be a little different. So I'm going to give us
That
the
is
win.
true.
I'll say probably 23-21.
Wolf,
That's
you
my
giving us the win
prediction.
here on
Uh,
prime time?
yeah, I think we'll win this one as well. I think we'll win this one. I don't know about the scores, but I think I agree with Will. I think it's gonna be kind of tight. So
Yeah.
I'll jump on Will's back here, kind of make it a close, maybe a field goal, maybe 2 or 3 points.
Gonna be one of them coup games.
I think
Oh,
so,
yeah.
man. Yeah, I think so. I just believe in Michael over JJ, if that makes any sense.
We've seen more of it. I'm gonna say I'm not really confident in this pick. I think the Falcons can win this game, but I think it's going to come down to if the Falcons win this game, it's because Jalen Walker ate.
Mm.
Jalen Walker ate. Pierce ate. The rookies they did what they came here to do. They disrupted that backfield and they made JJ McCarthy's life hell that night.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a close game, but I think I got to go with Minnesota just because you're not going to win all of them,
Right.
and also this is going to be one of them tough situations. Moving on, week 3, Falcons come to Mercedes-Benz North, Bank of America Stadium to take on the Carolina Panthers. Now, Carolina could very well be riding in here, with a 2-0 start or a 1-1 start. Their first 2 games are Jacksonville and then Arizona, both on the road. So this is Carolina's home opener as well. But at the end of the day, I think the Panthers will be a better team this season. And I don't think there's any argument about that. But because we saw Bryce Young grow, we saw him play some of the best football of his career late last year. But as I think we know, that doesn't always translate. It's a new season. Now they got Tataro McMillan. That's going to be Bryce's guy, big wide receiver. They were looking to get for Bryce. They made some signings on the defense this offseason. They shored up their defensive front. Derek Brown's going to be coming back, but they don't got any linebackers. And I think that's going to be what the Panthers' problem is this year that's really going to hold them back. And I think the Falcons, listen, if Bijan can get past that first level, this could be one of them games you see like a 60, 70-yard house call, 50, 60, 70 yards, because Carolina ain't got no linebackers. We saw the 2 games against them last year. The Falcons put 38 points up both times in those games. So I would not be shocked if we see something similar. But what are you thinking, Wolf?
I think this is 3-0 right here. This is 3-0.
You think so? Will, where you at?
Sorry, I'm just letting my dog out. I was not expecting my fiance to come home.
She caught your ass talking to the boys online.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell happened? I didn't even know we had a doorbell here, to be honest with you. But this one, give me just a minute to think about it. Honestly, Carolina's been talking shit all off season.
Mm-hmm.
This is their Super Bowl, just like it was in Week 18.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't give it to them. I think
Nah.
I'm gonna go
Uh-uh.
3-0.
Uh-uh.
We're gonna smoke them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We are gonna I think it's gonna be a game. Even if they come into this thing 2-0, it's gonna be really this gonna be that reality check game from like
Oh
we
yeah.
always are. We're always that reality check game for them. I mean, it is, and here's the thing. That place is Bank of America North.
It is.
That is Bank of America North. We go in there every year. Even when we lose them, we take that
But
place over.
you mean Mercedes-Benz North?
Yeah,
right.
Mercedes-Benz North. Exactly.
Yeah.
You caught me
Oh
on
yeah.
that. It is Mercedes-Benz North. We go in there, we take it over every year, and it's about it. This is going to be their reality check.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a G.
Next game, and it's going to be a big one. Week 4, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I want to hear you guys' perspective on this because I know we got 5 primetime games. This absolutely should have been one of them. This should have been a Sunday night game just like it was last year because this is going to be a show, I'm telling you right now. Week 4, Washington and Jane Daniels are coming in. We all know, Wolf, you know, Will, you know. We know how this game went last year. We had, and Washington basically, listen, Jane Daniels did his thing, but we had this game. So now you put it in the bins. There ain't gonna be no inclement. It's gonna be in the cozy confines of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And now I will say this: Washington fans travel very well down here. So honestly, I think it's kind of imperative we get off to a start because we can't have this game with number 5 jerseys everywhere. We
Right.
got to get some. We got to have that black and red in there for this game also.
Right.
But man, I'm gonna be honest. I've said this from the moment the schedule came out, and I was kind of even going back and forth with it 2 weeks ago. Like, do I really think this is the case? Do I really think this is the case? I actually think we're winning this game. I truly believe we are winning this game because listen, Jaden got his in Landover in December. Penix is going to get his here. Washington's going to be a very tough team, but it is time. It is time for Penix to get his. I think you're going to see a big day out of Bijan. I think you're going to see a big day out of Kyle. You could see a big day out of Kyle Pitts or Drake London. You're going to see Penix do his thing. And here's the thing: Washington fans talking. We got an answer to Jane Daniels this time. His name is Jalen Walker. But I want to know what y'all think about this game.
I'm gonna say this is an L for me. This is definitely
right.
L for me. And it's one of those games where Raheem's got to prove that he can outcoach some of these good coaches out here.
But here's the thing: is Dan Quinn a good coach?
Well, if
At
you
the end of the day, he is a good coach.
yeah, I mean, you fall into 6 games last year. You know what I'm saying? You fall into
or does he just have a great quarterback?
Yeah, but again, that helps. You know, that helps, and
it absolutely helps. It could help Raheem because is Raheem really a good coach? I can ask that question.
And you got to remember, Jaden's gonna be 2nd year under Cliff.
That's true.
And Cliff is a hell of a play caller, and you know, they got everything situated over there for the young man. They got 2 great running backs over there, young. They have Debo over there. They got Terry. I mean, it could be
just pay Terry.
Right. And I just this game for me, and I don't know if Will, you know, kind of looks at it a little differently, but this is one of those games where if you do make it to the playoffs, this is one of the teams you're gonna face.
Absolutely. And not just that, it's going to be if Jane Daniels stays healthy and Penix is what we think he could be, this is going to be a game we're seeing for the next decade.
Yeah, for the next decade.
This at 1:00. If both these teams are where they could really get to, this ain't gonna be a 1:00 game past this year. This is gonna be 4:00 Sunday night, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Will, I know you said that. I mean, look, I was thinking a couple weeks ago, there is a case for us to absolutely lose this game. But I think there's just those games, and the Falcons in these first few games are going to need at least one of those big time wins.
Mhm.
And, think about it. Okay, we got 2 division games, and then we got games against Minnesota on Sunday night in this game. I think we gotta get some big wins.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, is a game you gotta make a statement in going into the bye week. It's an early bye week, but you gotta make a statement. And I think that I think the Falcons are gonna win. But Will, I know you just got caught. You might be in the middle of some crossfire, but if you're still there, you can let me know what you think about this.
We're good. I'm just now getting set back up. God, when's the last time we beat the Commanders?
2018 with Matt Ryan.
Oh, and Julio
Yeah.
got that touchdown.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been a minute. They've had our number for the past
They
6,
beaten us
7
four
years.
straight years, and you don't see that a whole lot. So they're due to get their asses handed to them
They
by
really
us at
are,
some.
and
Yeah.
I think y'all picked them, and I don't think you're wrong for that. But there's going to be some losses along the way, and this is one of them that just feels like it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just too electric on offense, and DQ probably has Raheem's number.
Yep.
I'll give it to the Commanders.
The Braves win. Looks like the Braves may have just won. Well, I know Waldrop. He's been impressive for him lately. So okay, so I think we're gonna win this game. Obviously, you two don't think, and listen, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. But I'm saying this: the Falcons are gonna need that big statement win early, and I think this is gonna be it. But anyways, looking at the bye week, week 5 bye week, we all have the
Early ass
Falcons at
bye.
3-1. We all got the Falcons at 3-1. So, we got different games predicted, but we all think that the Falcons are going to be 3-1. That's fair. Well, what were we thinking about this early bye week? Obviously, isn't ideal, but with especially Storm Norton should be back by week 6.
Mm-hmm.
So to get him back fully acclimated, I guess that's also
That is a perk to it for sure.
that's a
But
perk. But
it
then,
is
man,
just Storm Norton. It's not like it's Caleb McGarry we're waiting
it's
on.
not.
So
But
even him, I mean, it's something at least.
But the thing is, also, it's going to be really rough potentially later in the year. And I've been talking about this with some people, and I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. It could be rough later in the year looking at it, not, having that bye week, like say after the
Oh yeah,
Germany game would have been perfect. But, the Falcons are going to have to really ride it out at the end of the year, if
Yeah.
they want to make a big run.
Yeah.
So, all right. Week 6, and this is going Monday Night Football in the bins. Throwback logo. This is the game we're going to be celebrating 60 seasons. It is the Falcons' 60th season. And the Buffalo Bills are coming into town, the reigning league MVP, and the team that I think is one of the favorites to potentially win it all this year, coming into town on Monday Night Football. And it's going to be a very big game. I think. Obviously, when Josh Allen comes into town, it's going to be his first time coming into the bins. And it's going to be a sight to see, almost like how it was with Kansas City last year on Sunday Night. Wolf, you were at that game with me, man.
Yep.
And we played Kansas City close all game.
Yep.
And I'm going to say this. This is one of those games that if the Falcons really, especially forget the Falcons, if Michael Penix in this offense really is something that is special and can be special, Zach Robinson, all them, this could be a game where you shock the world. And if the Falcons were to win this game, this would be one of the biggest upsets of the NFL season, because there's not very many losses on Buffalo's schedule this year. And I think Buffalo's going to come into this game 5-0. Their first 5 games are, their toughest game is against the Ravens week 1. They got the Patriots on Sunday night. They got the Jets, the Dolphins, and then they're going to whoop all over the Saints in week 4. Mm-hmm. So they're probably going to be coming to this 5-0. With that being said, though, I think it's going to be a very close game. I don't think the Falcons are going to get blown out. but I gotta give it to Buffalo. I think the Bills are gonna pull it out. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think you're gonna see flashes, just like that Kansas City game. But I think in the end the Bills are gonna pull it out. But I want to know what y'all think.
They should win this game coming off a bye though.
And guess what? About that, that's why I've been thinking.
They should
This
win
is
this.
the absolute best spot you could face Buffalo coming off a
Right,
15-day bye.
It really is.
right.
You ain't doing any traveling at home because our game before the bye is at home.
So yeah. So
It,
again, is Zach gonna be dialed in to call plays? Is he gonna be dialed in to call plays? The first couple of weeks you're facing a Todd Bowles defense, you're facing a Brian Flores defense, you're facing a Evero defense, and then you're facing a Dan Quinn defense. Are you gonna be dialed in? This is a Sean McDermott, type of defense, type of style defense. You're facing a lot of good defenses, a lot of good defensive coordinators. Is Zach gonna be calling 3rd and 1? Is he gonna be calling jet sweeps on 3rd and 1? You know what I mean? What's gonna happen on that right side of the line? This is when you got tighten up. I agree that we probably gonna lose this game, but this is one of those games. Instead of the statement game against Washington, I would agree. I would say that this is a
you think
statement
this is a
game
statement game?
that you should be able to win
That's fair.
because you have 15 days prep. You got
That
15
is
days
fair.
prep.
And
But
guess what? You want to talk about an advantage over Buffalo? It's the biggest advantage you could
right.
have. Best time of the
And
year to face them. They
and
are the
and
best.
and again, Josh Allen does hide certain imperfections that the Buffalo Bills defense has. He hides certain imperfections.
Well, now here's the thing about Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is Josh Allen, but
No, no,
he could always
again,
throw one to Jesse Bates.
but what I'm saying there is, and I don't know if Will agrees. Listen, you got people like Patrick, you got people like Joe, you got people like Josh, that their defense might not be as good as people think because the quarterback play is so at a high level.
Right.
Is Michael Penix going to be one of those guys that can
Yeah.
hide certain imperfections? Now, this is the game right here, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you win this game, if you win this game,
Ooh.
the national media is going to have a lot of attention in the ATL. I'm just
Or are
going
they
to
just going to
Oh
be saying,
yeah.
"Oh, Buffalo had a bad night"?
yeah.
Buffalo
So
had a bad night.
I'm
One
just
way
going to
or
leave
another,
it
they're
there,
going to be
Will.
talking about
But
us.
I'm just going to leave it there, Will. But I agree with you. It's probably 3-2. My
All
book
right.
is probably 3-2.
Yeah, I think it's 3-2. It's giving me a lot of Kansas City vibes last year, but I don't even want
Absolutely
to just
is.
jump into that and just say that because it's a week to week league and coming
Yeah,
off a bye. I don't want to just throw that out there, say we're losing it.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's the Buffalo Bills, and they've been
They've been top dog.
experienced. They're battle tested. They've done it all, and I don't think a Monday night in Atlanta is gonna,
Yeah.
you know,
It ain't going to phase them.
There you go.
yeah, no, by any
This ain't Arrowhead. It ain't going to phase them.
no, and I think we'll lose,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm gonna try and manifest Atlanta winning
Sure.
somehow.
I'm with you, Will. I'm gonna manifest it.
But
Yeah,
here I'm gonna
somehow.
do it too. I'm gonna be there manifesting.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
let me
sir.
say this.
There you
It's
go.
gonna be a guy we haven't talked about all video is Jeff Ulbrich. What
Mhm.
role is he gonna play in these games?
Oof. Well, again, you listen. You could break it down. RUA ATL Will the way you want to, right? Listen, you're going up against Baker Mayfield, who threw for 4,500 yards first game. You're going against Kevin O'Connell, who won 13 games last year with Sam Darnold. You're going up against Bryce Young, who probably has so much pressure on him because CJ Stroud is just so much better than he is. You're going up against Jaden Daniels, and then after that, you're going against Josh Allen. Like you're going to be battle tested, Jeff Ulbrich, and you better put your son to bed early. I don't want him making no
Yeah,
phone calls
Yeah,
for none of these games. So go ahead, brothers.
yeah, absolutely. But we
Yeah,
all agree 3-2. Even though, look, I'll say this: it is a game that the Falcons are gonna have a chance. I could see
sure,
it being,
sure.
it's going to be a game that you really see it, but I also think it's that game.
Yep.
Michael Penix, I think, could be a really, really, a matter of fact, I won't manifest it. He is going to be a really, really good quarterback for us, but he is still technically he is still a rookie if we're going to
Yeah.
talk about it. And
Yes.
he is very shallow.
Right.
And it's going to be a game where maybe he has the ball late, but maybe if you were to give it to Michael Penix 2-3 years from now, he could lead us down the field and win this game. I just don't know if I could put that confidence in him yet in this type of game, especially earlier in the year. But it is a 15-day bye, and we're going to learn as the season goes on. We're going to get better. But I still feel like that's the thing about an early bye week is it's only effective so much that you're really going to be using this to really game plan for Buffalo. So
Yeah.
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 But moving on to our second Sunday night game of the season in San Francisco against Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. And I want to know what y'all think of this game.
They don't scare me.
Yeah, they're not
They don't scare me.
Yeah, they're not as tough as people think they are. And I think they're just a better version than the Cowboys.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
This is a better version of the Cowboys, and I think, look, listen, I don't know ATL will agrees or you are RUA agree, but listen, I'm not saying Shanahan isn't a good coach, and if he was available, there's half the teams in the league that'll probably give him a job.
He's made it. He's made it to a couple Super Bowls. He's blew all of them.
Right, but what I'm saying is that you have a window, and you have a window at a cheap, let's say, price to maybe go win a title, right?
No.
He's had that opportunity. Now, I don't know if Brock Purdy is worth the money that they paid him. I know that Brandon Ayuk contract is a bad contract.
No.
Their Trent, what's their offensive tackle?
Trent Williams, and also they got Robert Saleh back.
Yeah,
this offseason.
He's getting long in the tooth too. Let's not say that he's not getting long in the tooth. He's getting long in the tooth. So they don't scare me as much, but they're a better version of the Cowboys. That's no disrespect, but I'm just saying they're just a better version of the Cowboys. But Super Bowl contenders with the schedule that they have is very soft. It's a very soft schedule. And I would think that this would be their first really test in the season. So
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, I want to know, this ain't the only time the Falcons are going to be hoping to play in the stadium this season.
I was just about to say that.
Just
we're
like
going to be right back here.
Right.
You think so? Okay, but every team is thinking that.
Okay.
But listen, you want to call your shot, you call your shot. But I'm gonna say this for San Francisco. I don't know, about us. I think we've already predicted to this point. For San Francisco, they have they have some games where San Francisco will be hovering around 500. This is going to be that game that shows us what San Francisco really is. I'm going to call it right now. This is going to be that game that shows us what San Francisco really is. And I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be a game about, once again, the defense. What defense is going to show up? What defense is going to make more plays? And it's also going to be about, once again, the running game. Is Christian McCaffrey going to be healthy? If we get a healthy San Francisco team, San Francisco could be a solid team this year. But if San Francisco is beaten up, this is a true 50-50 game. And I'm going to say that because I think we could honestly beat San Francisco up in this game, beat them all over the field if they're injured and all that. But I think if they're healthy, it's going to be a tough game. And I don't, you could say, well, you're never going to be at 100%, but you can also never fully assume that someone's going to get injured because you just can't predict injuries. At the end of the day, though, I think it's going to be a close one, but I gotta unfortunately give the Falcons another loss here just because you're going across the country and it is a short week too. So it's only 6 days. You're coming off playing Buffalo, who's gonna beat you up. Now you got to go into San Francisco and it's going to be a low scoring game, but I think San Francisco's they're gonna have the edge. I think just based off that, I think there's a scenario the Falcons could absolutely beat them up, but I think the Falcons are. I think, San Francisco is going to be that team based off their easy schedule. And they, every team gets a few wins that they shouldn't, a few of those close games. San Francisco will, I think, contend for a wild card spot this year. Are they really going to go anywhere beyond that? I don't know.
Mhm.
But I do think just because there's a pedigree, I got to respect that. That San Francisco. I mean, the year after they made the Super Bowl in 2019, they had a down year and then they bounced back and made the playoffs of that following year. So I kind of got to give San Francisco credit where credit is due, even though I don't like Kyle Shanahan, but I got to give credit where credit is due. I think 26-20 49ers won. I want to know what y'all think.
Go ahead, Will, because you take this one first, Will. Go ahead.
Okay. Gosh, yeah, I mean, there is a world where we absolutely blow the brakes off of them, but it being Sunday night football, like you said, coming off a short week, playing Kyle Shanahan, I just don't trust Raheem Morris to win these type of games, especially
He
when
hasn't
your
proven
back's
yet.
against the
He
wall.
hasn't proven it yet.
I really don't believe in him by any means. At the end of the day, they don't scare me, but they do have,
You gotta
Christian
still respect
McCaffrey.
some
They
stuff.
got George Kittle. They got all these playmakers. Ricky Pearsall is going to be, a great player this year. I think he's going to be their wide receiver one.
And Salah's back coaching this defense. I'm going to tell you,
Oh man,
that
yeah.
might be the difference in this game. If Salah wasn't their coordinator, I might pick us to win this one. But because Salah is coaching their defense, I gotta now. I think it could turn into a defensive dogfight. I kind of feel like that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
But Salah, they're at home. I gotta give them this one just based off that. Even though I absolutely think there's a scenario, it's a 50-50 game. There's a lot that I was tilting the way of leaning towards the Falcons, but I gotta think, man, sometimes you just gotta go, especially these primetime games. You gotta go with, especially. You got to go with San Francisco, even though I hate it.
And I could see it being like a 20-13 game, just a defensive
ugly game.
It's going to be an ugly game. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
So you know what? I don't even do record predictions. I'm only doing this because you my peoples and you're the only ones I'm doing record predictions for. I ain't doing no record predictions. Yeah. So, but this isn't the trap game for me. This isn't the trap game for me. So I believe we're going to get this W.
Okay.
Because I think that the trap game is coming. I think the trap game for them is coming. So I'm going to go reverse and I'll go 24-17.
All right. So you think, Wolf, you think we're going to win, Will? You think we're going to lose?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
And I don't think you're wrong for saying that. Like, really, I think we absolutely.
It is a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
But this is not the trap game for me. So, I'll explain when we get to the trap game what I mean.
You said it's coming up soon, right?
It's coming up soon.
How soon? Real soon?
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh God, I've really, because if you say now, I could actually absolutely, if it's the game I think you're saying, yes, I could absolutely see what you're talking about, even in this one. But it's man, I just. Another thing I want to talk about too, I have them starting 0-3 on primetime. They gave us our toughest games on primetime. Sure. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, sure.
And I mean, you face the best in primetime, but I hate that because I love seeing the Falcons, on Sunday Night Football. Love seeing them on Monday night, Thursday night. I feel like these matchups in particular, these weeks, I think that now listen, I'm more than willing to say what we are talking about could very well be wrong, but I just feel like the way that I see it is that the Falcons are probably set up. They're not set up well in these primetime games, at least early in the year. The fact is Penix is still kind of learning and stuff. Now I think Penix is getting ready. We're going to get ready to start seeing Penix hit his stride, when he needs to in due time this season. But I think still early, you're going to see the flashes. You're going to see it coming together, but it's not fully together yet.
Right.
But anyways, week 8, back at home against the Miami Dolphins. And I'm gonna go ahead and Wolf, I see you shaking your head. Is this one?
No, this ain't the one, but
that can't be the one.
This can't be. Let me tell y'all something.
This ain't it. For me, this is a dub, but the problem
let me tell y'all something. Y'all know like how that game went.
This is a dub.
First the Panthers back in
Right.
2016 when Matt threw for like 500, Julio threw for
Yeah.
300, went for
Yeah.
300 yards. Either Mike, this is going to be that big Michael
This is a
Penix
dub.
sack game.
This is
He's
a dub.
going to throw for like 5 touchdowns, 400 yards. Bijan's going to get like 200 yards, something like that.
No, this is a dub. This is a definite
Miami
dub.
is going to fall apart this year. I'm telling y'all right
Yeah,
now.
this is a
They
dub.
are going to fall. Now, there's a scenario where I think this is why I was asking you, is this a trap? Because I could see it. You know, we're talking all this shit. Could this be the trap game? You know, because
No.
I think Miami's falling apart.
No, this is not. This is not a trap game.
I mean,
It's not
just to argue the other way on this feels like a random October Sunday at home when the Falcons blow a 17-0 lead to the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
God.
This is what we're kind of accustomed to. So if they do win 48-23, that's how we know we're in good hands for sure. And I definitely think we'll end up winning. So
Well, I agree, but this is a dub. This is a dub. Will there's no need to explain. This is a dub. This is like where Tyreek Hill and them they fall apart. This is like that week where they fall apart.
Oh, it's going to fall apart. So yeah. So me and Will, I believe, are at 4-3 now. Wolf, I know you say you don't really do the records, but got you at 5-2 right now.
5-2, yeah, 5-2.
Which look, it just about the range. You know, I've been saying all year. We as long as hell, we could be 3-4. If we come out this first, 7 weeks or so here, we're doing all right.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Now,
we're doing okay.
I'm almost this next game right here, week 9 at New England, and we know what we're going to be hearing about all week, but I don't care about that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something. The Patriots, they are going to be one of the most improved teams in the NFL this year. Mike Vrabel's a great coach. Drake May showed a lot of promise. He also played more than Penix. We kind of know what we really have in Drake May. They have improved their team. This is a game that I think you could see the Falcons winning any of these games on the schedule. Personally, for me, I think New England's winning this game.
I'm not arguing with you. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. This is 11-2. It's gonna start getting a little crispy up here. It's gonna start getting a little crispy up here. But here's the thing: Mike Penix plays in crispy weather. He's been playing in crispy weather.
He does.
He's been playing in crispy weather, and I think that if he starts fast, I don't think New England has the firepower to catch us.
Okay.
Just don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that this would be one of those good dubs. We gonna end it early. I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna be, hey, let's put the pedal to the metal. Let's get it going. And I think that they don't just Drake May just have the firepower.
Hold on, we gonna end it early. Do we got to worry about any bullshit happening at the end with any big comeback?
I think
we're past that now.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think that's
I just want to say because we know because how some people gonna be even our own fan base. We up by 20 points at halftime. Oh shit, y'all know what happened last time we were a big burger.
I don't think that'll happen in our history. The way it did. I don't think so. I mean, again, you have to, and this is what I'm saying. Look, ATL, Will, RUA, listen, just focus on what I'm saying right now. And everybody in the replay or watching this right now. It took them 5 quarters to beat us, not 4. Number one.
Yep.
5 quarters to beat us.
Yep.
If they didn't have the overtime rules that they have now.
Oh, we would have won.
We probably would have won.
We would have won.
Now
that I don't want to hear about it, but I understand what y'all are saying.
But again,
it's hard to look back. But
again, if in the history of the teams that have not won a Super Bowl, the Buffalo Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls, didn't win. The Tennessee Titans lost by 1 yard
in the Georgia Dome.
In the Georgia Dome, okay, lost by 1 yard, okay, haven't been. I don't even think irrelevant to the fact of even making to the Super Bowl.
Oh no! Matter of fact,
right?
That was like their 2nd or 3rd year in Tennessee.
Right. So for me, yeah, you're gonna hear it all week. I get it, but I think that this is one of those games where Raheem has to tell them, listen, let's hit the gas. Let's go. Let's get this out the way. Because
I agree. And I think if they go into this with this mentality,
yeah.
I think the Falcons could win this game. But what
Yeah.
I think goes against the Falcons winning this game is just, man, New England's going to be a much improved team.
But
I mean, I will say this: there are franchises that are in different stages, like tanking, just now contending and contending.
right.
This feels like a lot of the 2024 Falcons, the way the Patriots are, and
Mhm.
they're just now getting back into. I feel like they're just a stage behind us,
Mhm.
and I think that's a good reason to think we'll win. I think we're
Okay.
needing it more than they are.
Right.
I
agree
just
with
feel
Will.
like it's going to be
like
on
the
our
way. Yeah.
side.
Yeah. I like that. I like that, Will.
So y'all both okay. I mean, look, it's listen. I got no problem. Listen, with y'all saying we're going to win because I hope I hope we win every fucking game this season. I hope it goes 17-0. Ain't gonna happen. You can't win all of them. Now, listen, I got us at 4-4. That's getting ready to change pretty quickly.
Okay.
For a little teaser coming up.
Yep.
But I believe at this point I'm 4-4. Will, you're 5-3. Wolf, you're 6-2. So now we're heading in. Wolf, I know you still say you got a trap game for us coming up.
I could see it being this one. I could see this being
absolutely. That's why I say
you guys are gonna like this one. You guys are gonna like this. Trust me. You guys are gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
All right, here we go. Week 10.
This is a dub. This has to be.
Okay. All right.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It's a dub. And I'm going to say this.
This is a dub.
This is going to be like we talk about New England, San Francisco, ugly games. This is going to be a very ugly game. We are going to come out and we're going to dominate the Colts because they don't got no quarterback. And this is a game I'm absolutely telling you, Bijan's going off in for like 2 touchdowns.
Just run it the whole game. They're going to be too
run
tired
it the whole game, run
them.
it down their throat. They ain't doing shit.
They ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
They ain't doing shit. So, all right. So let's see. Wolf, I think you got us now at 7-2. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Will, what do you got us at? 6-3.
Yep, 6-3. Yep, that's a dub.
6-3. All right.
I mean, we started 6-3 last year, and we all know what happened. So.
Well, yeah, but all right. Week 11 at home versus that team up in Charlotte, the Panthers. We ain't swept this team in now 6 seasons. And I want to hear what y'all think, Wolf.
This is a L, but this is not a trap game. This is a L, just because listen, we haven't swept them at all. So it's either they win week 3 or we vice versa. But we haven't swept them, so I'm just gonna keep it there. I'm not gonna give Bryce Young too much slack. Or too much whatever. He's under a lot of pressure because of CJ Stroud. He's just connected to CJ Stroud way too much. And CJ is about to set the market again. I think that Houston said anywhere between $55 to $57 million a year. And I think Bryce is under a lot of pressure. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not really worried about their team like other people say. It's just that Bryce has been put with a lot of talent since high school, college, and you got to put a lot of talent around him in the NFL, and I'm just going to leave it there. So we'll split with them. So I'm going to say, let's say L. I'm going to say L.
Well, what do you think?
I think this is a win. I don't think the Panthers are by any means as good as people think they are. They beat us in a Week 18 game.
Yep.
When things just started clicking, they're just not talented enough to sweep us this year, I think.
And
I
also,
I ain't going to give you no pushback, Will. I ain't going to give you
let's call a spade for a spade. The Falcons only lost this game because they knew they weren't making the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
They lost this game.
They saw the scoreboard and they gave up.
That is a testament to Raheem Morris and how poor his coaching was to end the year.
Yeah.
That being said, I think the Falcons are going to win. This absolutely, I could see this being like that game was Week 18 last year. I could, but I think this time the Falcons are going to come out on top because once again, Bryce Young, I think, is going to be improved. I think he's taken those steps forward.
Okay.
I think, obviously you're seeing Bryce Young progress how I think a lot of people think NFL quarterbacks do, slowly, but it's going to come together more and more. But Carolina, I'm going to say this. Carolina is going to have, and I'm saying this all to say, I'm actually doing my full NFL season predictions for all the teams tomorrow. I hope to have it out tomorrow or either Tuesday. I hope for tomorrow. Okay. But Carolina, they are going to be an improved team, but it's almost going to be like the Falcons have been the past few years where there's just those games they can't get together because things are they're really learning still. It's still a new team. They're still learning. So it's going to be a close game, but the Falcons are going to come out, I think, on top in this one. So we all have the Falcons winning. Now, the next game, it's the first time this season that we are I almost said a certain word because it's what we're going to do to them.
Wolf,
but
don't do this to us, bro.
we're going down to Swampland. We're facing the Bayou Diarrhea, New Orleans Aints.
Yeah, this is a dub.
And
there's no need to explain.
It is. We don't got to explain anymore. This team sucks.
No.
We're going to beat their ass.
Yeah, we're going to beat that ass.
Yeah, we're going to
beat their ass.
Yeah, we could just move on from this. This ain't.
We don't even. I'm
too many explanations. We don't need it. Too many explanations.
Will, what are you now? 8-3?
Yep.
8-3. We don't got to talk about this because that quarterback room is trash, and even more trash behind it. We don't got to move on. We can move on. All right. As you see right there. Now I'll say this about this game. I think they're going to come out because they are coming off a bye. They're going to come out, and I think early on, you're going to tell they're playing this like this is their Super Bowl.
I mean, they're playing at 4:25. This is the only late game start they got the whole season, and they did that on purpose.
But
this is their Super Bowl. They're wearing their alternate jerseys this game. They're doing whatever the hell they can do, but they're going to get their ass beat.
They're still going to get their ass beat, even if they do come. I could see them coming out. Maybe they are winning at the end of the first quarter. They're still going to get beat by 20. All right, next game. Sunday after Thanksgiving, so we're all gonna be stuffed. And we're gonna be,
this is the trap game.
Still okay. And I'm glad you didn't do it the game prior.
Yeah. So you know what? I could see it.
I could see it too.
And the reason why I say it is because Justin Fields has beat us every.
He didn't.
We got him in 22.
We got him in 22. We got him in 22. But Chicago, and when he went on that run, he beat us, and he beat us last year with 5 or 6 field goals in Pittsburgh. Like, I was like, what the hell? But that's not the only reason. I think that Aaron Glenn is very underrated.
Yes.
His defense is very underrated. And by 11:30 up here, it's going to be crispy. Now,
absolutely. It's going very ugly weather game, I can already tell.
Now, the Jets at this time might be a game under 500 or a game over 500. And if they're playing viable football in November, that stadium is going to be insane.
You think so? See, I think with the Jets, and I'm doing my predictions tomorrow, I don't think the Jets are going to be a good team. I think the Jets can have a horrible record. But you know how the Lions were with Dan Campbell in his first year? You remember?
Right.
That is what the Jets are going to be this year. I think they're going to play pretty much
every game. Play tough.
They are going to play some tough-ass football.
So this is my trap game right here, and I'm going to say a loss.
Okay. And I got us winning. I think we're going to win. I think it's going to be a situation where I think we're going to come out and listen, another game where Penix is used to playing in this weather. So he's going to get a win in this weather at some point. You know what I'm saying?
You got to wonder how much Ulbrich knows about this team and how that can be valuable for us to get the win.
That's I think another thing. I think the defense comes out. I do think that the defense goes to work.
Yep.
I think the running game goes to work. Penix is going to get his. I think the Falcons win 24-10. But Wolf, I'll tell you right now, I could see this. I was even thinking myself, this might be a trap game because I really am looking. I don't feel like. Maybe you could say it's a New England one. I don't feel like we really have a solidified trap game. This could be that trap game. It really could be.
Tell you. 6 days after Thanksgiving?
Yeah. No, not 6 days. 3 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
3 days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Wilkes is the Jets coordinator.
He knows us.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. He was in Carolina. So, Will, what are you thinking?
Oh, yeah. This a win, though.
Win?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a win.
So, what? You're 9-3 now.
Yeah.
So you think we got our winning season wrapped up by
past Thanksgiving?
Past Thanksgiving. Okay. Right. I like that though, Will. I like that.
Yeah. All All right, week 14, and this is right before. Think
Oh
about
boy.
this, all right, gentlemen.
Oh
There's a
boy.
game on 12/7. There's a game 4 days later on December 11th. Guess what is sandwiched right in the middle on that Tuesday, December 9th?
Hmm.
Your boy's birthday.
There you go.
So I got
You gotta be
it's
there.
like a sandwich. I got this game, and then I got the big game 2 days after. We're facing Seattle now. Here's the thing: we haven't beaten Seattle at home since, ironically enough, that 2007 season.
Jeez.
And I just feel like you want to talk about it, man. Where I feel like we are really. I think if this were earlier in the season, I could maybe see the talk of a trap game. But I think we're due to beat Seattle at home, and I think you want to talk about Seattle in an instance. It could kind of be like how we were in an instance last year, where we came out early, we had a hot start, but we cooled down later on as the season progressed. It's
Mhm.
at home. We're going to be in playoff mode. We're going to be, looking down the stretch to make that push, towards obviously sealing up the division. We got a big game coming up in
Hmm.
4 days.
Hmm.
It's easy to get distracted, but I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to get our first winning season in this game. It's going to be the birthday present to me. First winning season for the Falcons in 8 years. I think we're going to wrap it up here again against Seattle.
Yeah.
Uh, what do y'all think though?
Okay. Just one question before I give my prediction on this one. What is Tampa Bay's record at this point?
I think they're good. I think
Probably
they're right
probably
there with
around
us.
where we are.
Okay, so
I could see us sending two to the
okay,
playoffs.
Probably like
Absolutely.
8 wins at this
okay,
point. They
so
have.
so they might have 8 wins, 9 wins as well, right?
I mean, Tampa was the 3 seed last year, I think.
That's
I
it's going
mean,
to be a big game on Thursday night.
So I, you need this game. You
Yeah,
need
you
this
need
one.
this game.
You need this one.
You
So,
need it.
uh,
And if you don't get it, it could be an opportunity for Tampa coming into that Thursday night game too. Because I think, look, the Thursday night game could be a tilting point as much as you let it be a tilting point in the division race.
they can't
Because
beat us. They can't
if you
beat us
mess
again.
around,
And they can't beat us again in the back. It can't happen. I'm gonna say
can't happen.
W, but this is the game where you need to make a statement. This is one of those games where it's like, yo, listen, we have a bet. You can't let Sam Darnold come to the Benz and beat us.
No, you absolutely
Yeah.
cannot. Well, what do you think, man?
Seattle's hard to beat. I
Yeah.
mean,
They
they,
are.
they, they got a good team. They're feisty. You never know with them. And I got us at 9-3 right now, and we're riding high. And I'm gonna give it to Seattle. I mean,
Yeah, listen, as that record gets higher, you're like, you
It's
ain't
a
winning
tough
all of them.
game, man.
no, nope.
But here's the thing. I got the Falcons starting 4-4, then I got them on a 5-game winning streak.
Okay.
Typically, you notice it goes the opposite way each year. I think that it has to turn. After that New England game, especially, you
You got
got to
it.
win those
You
games.
gotta go. You gotta
You
go.
got to win Colts. You got to win. You got to sweep Carolina. You got to beat the Aints ass. You got to take care of business versus the Jets. You got to beat Seattle because this is that point that makes or break where you are late in the year and how deep you are into a playoff race.
Yeah.
You got to win these games, man.
Yeah, you gotta win. You gotta win because you're probably gonna have two teams coming out of the north. You're probably gonna have Philly, probably a wild card.
Philly and
There.
Washington.
You're probably gonna have San Fran or Seattle also battling. Maybe Arizona. A lot of people are sleeping on Arizona. I think Arizona's better than what people give them. And I think that they swept San Francisco last year, if I ain't mistaken. So I mean, I don't, man. You got to win this game. This game is but like again, this is a 50-50 for me, man. But I'm gonna go with the dub because I don't know if we're gonna sweep Tampa. That's just I don't know. I don't think we're gonna sweep Tampa again. I'm just gonna be
And
honest.
okay, so
I'm gonna be honest.
we all got us at 9-4 at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is This is
The
the
big
big
one.
one, the big one Thursday night. Now it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm trying to make it down to this game actually, because birthday gift to myself. I'm really trying to make this game work. Trying to go all out for my birthday this year and make it down to Tampa for this game because this is going to be a big one late in the year. The NFL knew what they were doing. This is going to be a
Well,
big game
dude,
for the NFC South.
I
I'm
feel
going to
like
tell
we
you,
travel well to Tampa, and if we're nine
dude,
and four and they're doing really good, I could see us taking the whole stadium over.
let me tell you something, okay? We, outside of the three Brady years, we have not lost in Tampa since 2015.
Yep.
Outside of the three Brady years, and I'm not even counting that. We beat them in Tampa last year. We beat them 2 years ago.
Will, this is why I'm saying game one is so important, and
Yes.
people disagreeing with me. And I'm like, listen, game one is so important because of the implications of how we finishing.
Yes. And
And
also because we got to recognize we're not, I would love to say we're sweeping Tampa again. We're not. We're not sweeping Tampa again
yeah, we're not.
because they're not going to allow that, especially, and they play really well late in the
They
year.
do.
That's why I say these other games are important. You got to split with Tampa. But the thing about this game is this: it could be a game that tips how the South goes. But if potentially, we are able to ride into this game and we have a lot of wins under our belt, I'm not saying that's we lose this game, it's nothing. Because yes, if we lose this game, it's a very big game.
Right.
But just how much you were affected by this in terms of the division and the playoffs is determined by how you do in these other games.
Sure.
With that being,
But here's the thing too, before you finish, Baker this year has an extension on the line. So he can be extended another 3 years. And there's only one other quarterback that's had better numbers than Baker the last 2 years, and that's Joe Burrow. So Baker's had better numbers than Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and everybody else.
yes,
There hasn't been too many people playing better at the quarterback position than Baker. So this is an important contract year for Baker as well.
Baker
So
Mayfield is a good quarterback. He
yes.
is. He's a
So
really
I'm
good
I'm gonna
quarterback.
say L on this because I don't think we're gonna sweep them this year. So I'm gonna say L on this, but
Yes.
this might be where you might have to see Tampa first round of the playoffs. Who has the home field event? Like this is an important, but I don't
Wolf,
I
I
don't
want you to watch my video tomorrow. I got
I
to get
will. I
for you.
will, brother. I will, brother.
I hope to have it out tomorrow, latest Tuesday. I got
You
a
got it
gift for
27. Yeah, that's about I like that score too.
30
Yep.
27
I like
Tampa
that.
wins. That is absolutely, I see that
Yep.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to Tampa too. I
All
mean,
right.
Yeah.
last that we got them last year, they'll get us this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be one late that they are going to come out. They're going to score late. Could be a game winning field goal, could be something like that. They're going to make a big play late that wins them this game. And I hate saying that because I absolutely think this would be a big game to win. If the Falcons are able to win this game,
Oof.
I will say this right
Oh
now,
man.
wrap it
Oh
all up.
man,
But
wrap it
I
up.
don't I don't see it
I mean,
happening.
even if we lose, if it's a 27-30 game, I feel like we're coming out of it like, okay,
Yeah.
we're good. They got us.
It happened. It
It
happened.
happened.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna stay down too long about
And
it.
that's why I say all these other games are so important that we're playing, right?
Right.
Yep.
You got to understand. All right, but this is the big one, and I think we all got us losing. But it's one of those situations where it's going to be a split with Tampa this year, and
Yeah.
I've even thought about it. Week one is so big because it's week one, and you almost feel like you can't lose that game.
Yeah.
But it's so tough because you almost feel like this is a game, knowing how these games late in the year go. You want to win the South. Listen, if we make the playoffs, yes, I'll take that. I want to win the South. I want to be in the bins in January for
Sure.
a playoff game.
Sure.
That's what I want. I don't want to be a wild card going to Philly or going to the
Right.
Rams first round. I want to be at home in the bins. And I
Right.
think the Falcons are set up to do that this year. Listen, Tampa has won this division 4 straight years. And I'm telling you right now, their
Mhm.
luck is getting ready to run out. A
But
lot of teams.
would you rather face my trap game against the New York Jets or be Tampa Bay and play a trap game against Cincinnati or Cleveland or somebody like that where they can take an L and it'll hurt them more than, we have an opportunity to beat the Jets. Joe Burrow is an animal within his own, where Tampa's going to have to, get through those guys. Even Philadelphia, they got a Philly game, they got a Baltimore game, they got man, Kansas City game, I think this year. So, you know,
We don't. Who are you talking about? Tampa. I don't think Tampa
Tampa.
faces Kansas City.
No, I thought they faced
They do. We do not. The NFC South doesn't face that division. We don't. We face the North next year, so we're going to see
okay, so that's next
Cincinnati
year.
and
Okay,
Baltimore and Pittsburgh all them
Pittsburgh.
next year.
Okay, oh, next year. Okay, yeah.
We
So
face this year the AFC East, so they got a game. They got a game versus the Rams, like we do, that we're going to talk
okay,
about pretty soon. It's coming up.
okay,
They got a game versus the Bills. They got a game versus God, who do they? Detroit. They got a game versus
okay.
Detroit.
Detroit.
So
Okay,
they're going to have some
okay.
tough games.
They're gonna have some tough games. Okay, gotcha.
They got a game versus Texans and CJ Stroud, your boy.
Okay.
So it's going to be one of those situations where yes, the Falcons I think are going to lose.
And
But
CJ beat him last time without a kicker.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. It
Yeah.
is a loss, but how much it affects us in the division stands is going to depend on how we do in these other games.
Right.
This next game, okay, week 16 at Arizona. Now, this is a game for the longest time I honestly felt like typically we don't do well in Arizona. And Arizona kind of it's a weird position in an instance. It's sandwiched, you feel like, in between two very important games between Tampa and the Rams on Monday night late in the year.
It's easy to lose your head right here. And
it's easy to lose your head.
And you're playing Kyler Murray.
Yeah, it's easy to lose focus, Will, on this one right here. I'm going to say that.
Arizona every year, and I feel like it's getting ready to happen this year. I think Arizona could have a very big start coming off, but Arizona, I think, is going to cool down as the season goes on. I really don't know if they're all that confident in really what they're doing. It kind of feels like they're just stuck with where they are right now. I for the longest time, I probably would have said the Falcons lose this game. I think we're going to win this game, actually. Listen, Bijan, I think Bijan is from Arizona, so this is going to be a big game for him.
I'm a little Arizona, because then we got I'm gonna say L. I'm gonna say L.
Yeah, I'm going L on this one too.
L
as long as they have Kyler Murray, I mean, he can make magic happen.
Yeah.
I can absolutely understand this being an L. I'm gonna say L. I could see it. I could see it being an L. But once
again, you have Kyler Murray, right? Will, you also have Connor, who's you think he's getting older, he's getting better with time. Trey McBird, who cooked us last time we played. He absolutely cooked us. Marvin Harris Jr. was finishing strong last year. Their defense actually got a lot better. Their secondary, I think they got Buda Baker back there now, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna say L on this one, man. I'm gonna say L on this one. I don't know. You gotta again. These are games where we have to see where Raheem Morris the coaching, and I just don't.
I feel like yes. I think this is a game that it's really going to show us if things are different. This is one of those games where it's different because this is a game that you absolutely. I think after that big game against Tampa, and you got another big game coming up against the Rams on Monday night. You're going to be at home for that one. But here's the thing with this game. I think it's just going to be a situation. I think it's going to be another Bijan game. And it's going to be a game where Jalen Walker, he is stopping Kyler Murray.
Okay.
He's got to stop Kyler Murray. And then Pierce has to wreck some havoc. You got to see these new additions, these new guys step up. Penix, if you're talking about changing the culture, you're talking about, winning games, you got to win. And it's going to be one of those things because if you lose to Tampa, all of a sudden your back is against the wall now because let's just say, for instance, Tampa's now got the same record as us. This is a very pivotal game, and you cannot crumble under pressure. You got to go out. You got to win it. This is going to be a must-win game. You got to take care of it. Arizona might still be trying to contend for the wild card, but you got to go out. You got to take care of business, and I get that feeling. We're going to.
Okay.
So, all right, now this game right here is, I think, going to be a very big game lately
Oof.
here.
Yeah.
It's going to be, even me and Will were talking about it
Yeah.
earlier. It's going to be a big game late in the year, Monday Night Football against the LA Rams, and the Rams are going to be really good this year.
Is Stafford playing?
Stafford will
Yeah.
absolutely be playing this
Okay.
game. Yes. They may be in contention for the #1 seed. We're going to be looking to wrap up the NFC South, hope to, stay atop the division.
The NFC goes through the Rams or Philly. So
I think I'll talk about that. I'll let you know tomorrow.
yeah,
But
right. So I'm gonna say L, man.
Will, what do you think?
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna go win. I mean, I've
Okay.
had them losing the
I'm
past
going,
3 games
listen,
for a
straight.
win. Okay.
I am going
I
win.
think we
Okay.
really lock
This
in on this game.
is that
This
game
is our Super Bowl.
that
This is
Okay.
where we really
it can't be our
get 'em.
Super Bowl because we got the playoffs coming up.
Okay, so you're going high scoring game. Okay.
High scoring,
high scoring game.
shootout,
Shootout.
Michael
Well,
Penix statement game late in the year to wrap up a playoff spot.
400 yards.
Round 400 yards.
he's gotta have like
Bijan
4.
could have a big game.
Gotta have like 4.
I mean, we got Raheem, we got Ulbrich. They should know McVay pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
they
all
should know
right.
McVay.
Here's the deal with it. Okay, because I'm going to tell you something. This is the deal with it. All right. This game, I'm going to tell you right now, it's almost going to kind of be like that Tampa game in an instance from last year. And here's another thing with it too. I don't know if y'all know, we're paying tribute to the 2000s this game. You're going to have Jeezy there. You're going to have Luda there. You're going to have the entire culture there pushing
This is
the
our
Falcons.
game.
This is our game. This is
Okay.
absolutely our game. When I saw this was the 2000s game, I'm like, oh yeah, we winning this motherfucker.
Okay. I can see that
But
too. I can see
Wolf, so you still think we're listen? If you think we're losing,
that. It's just that I don't know if, because there's not a lot of people that click when things are clicking like Matthew Stafford. Like there's just not a lot of people like that, man. It's just
That
not.
is true.
There's just not a lot of people.
I
like
understand that.
I mean, he put together a hell of a run last year after
And
starting out
Philly,
slow.
and he had the Philly fans scared.
He
I'm
did.
talking about
That is the closest
scared.
that they came, and that is why I say. But he's going to be a year older. He's dealing with an
Sure.
injury.
No.
That's-
And that's why I asked the question, right? I said, is he playing? Because if he playing and it's clicking, there's not a lot of teams that's going to beat the Rams. It's just not a lot, man.
No, there's not.
It's just not a lot. So,
So-
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say L. And obviously, you already know last week is a dub for me.
So okay, but I want to, because we know what we got the last week, but I want to, because this is a very big game, and I think that this is going to be one of those games where, you're going to have to, the swag surf's going to have to be just right in this game, though.
It's gonna have to be.
It's going to have to be just right in this game. The energy, I can already tell you, this is going to be a game where the energy is going to be for us. But the fans have got to come out to this one. And I understand it's 4 days after Christmas. You got a lot of people who are going to be, still on Christmas break. You got to come out. You got to have the energy there for this game. This is going to be, I mean, Will, let me ask you a question, actually. I want to ask you a question too, Wolf, because I always say, I was born a Falcons fan.
Sure.
I was in love with the team, but you always have that one game. And for me, that game that really made me not obviously because I was in love with the Falcons, but really made me realize this is something special. Obviously, it was a playoff game. It was the 2012 game versus Seattle. It made me feel it was special.
That's a good one.
What was that game for you where you realize that this is something that is special?
God, this is such a weird answer, but it's actually a preseason game. It's preseason 2012 versus Cincinnati Bengals.
That's something. But what about a
I know
regular
it's
season
it's
game?
it's super weird, but from that game on, I was like just watching these backups play, and I'm
All
like
right.
seeing how people,
Mm-hmm.
watching these guys become great players. I'm like, wow, this is something
Will,
I
that's
want to
your
stick
answer, but
on
I
to
wanna
latch on.
I want a game with a little bit more importance. We don't want motherfuckers thinking preseason real. I mean,
God, I mean, okay, if you're talking vibe wise, sure. Okay, New Orleans 2012, the Thursday night game. Drew Brees threw
okay, yeah,
6 interceptions. I'd say
yeah,
that's the vibe game for me when I really
vibe game,
experienced the
vibe game.
culture of what we got. But
Wolf baby, what was it for
yeah,
you?
Well, I mean, for me, you know what I'm saying, Matt's first game, you know,
I hear a lot of that answer. Yeah, a lot of
Matt's
people really like Matt's first game. I
Matt's
asked this
first
on Twitter
game.
the
I
other
mean,
day. A lot of the
Because it was
replies
the
was
beginning
that.
of a new era.
Yeah.
and what? Look, listen, man. You listen. If Michael can even replicate 60% of what Matt's done, then hold on, boys, because we're gonna go on a ride that you ain't never gonna see
Oh
before,
yeah.
right? And let me tell you something. It ain't gonna be that hard to find us. It ain't gonna be hard to find us. I tell everybody, listen, when Matt was playing, it wasn't too hard to find Falcon fans. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You ain't gonna be hard pressed to find us. So
No,
Matt it set a tone, and Matt, doesn't get the respect
and
because
we've gotten away from that tone in recent years.
yeah,
We got to recognize
right,
that we've
and,
gotten
and
away from that
yeah,
tone.
and look, like if Mike can do that, man, listen, man, hold on, and listen. This what I respect about you two right now about this game right here, and I respect you guys. And Will said it. You got a Super Bowl swag. You win this game. You got a Super Bowl.
You definitely got
You
momentum going
got
into
a
them
Super Bowl
playoffs.
swag. You win this game because let me tell you something. We end up being the fifth seed. We're gonna go see either Green Bay or Detroit. And I'm not scared of Green Bay or Detroit. I don't care who's over there. Michael Parsons could be over there. I don't care who's over there. It ain't gonna be that scary. Because guess what, boys? If we can win the division and host it, guess what? You got to come to the
Yeah,
bench.
you know what? You were
Oh
saying
yeah.
fifth seed. No, I'm
Yeah.
thinking like 2 or 3
Two
seed.
or three seed, okay. But
2 or
still,
3 seed. That's what I'm thinking.
you're gonna have to come to
You're
the bench.
coming to the bins,
Coming to the
and
bench, bro.
you ain't winning the first playoff game we've had in the bins. I'm
You
sorry.
ain't winning that.
You
So,
ain't winning it.
so
You
this
know,
is and you guys are right. Will was right. Listen, you win this game, you got a Super Bowl swag, and you got some momentum because the next week, the last week, and we got to go over it because it's the last week. It ain't even gonna matter.
it ain't go well.
It ain't even gonna
I'll
matter.
talk about it in a second. But I
Yeah.
asked that original question. What was that big game to you that realizes, oh, this matters? And I asked that because there's probably some young Falcons fans out there right now,
Hmm.
man. And I look at it and I think about it because I was there not too long ago myself, even though it feels like forever ago.
Hmm.
And it was a situation where honestly, what a lot of these young Falcons fans have grown up, and I'm guilty of it myself.
Hmm.
We went from under Matt being a team that made the playoffs every year. We were one of the top dogs in the NFC. We
Hmm.
made a Super Bowl, stuff like that, to where now we're really kind of the butt of the joke. And even some of our own fans, make us the butt of the joke. And I've done it myself. I'm sure you've done it, Will.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
sure,
Oh yeah.
Sure.
yeah, it that's where it stops. And you got to give these young bucks who are going to be at this game or even going to be just watching this game in Atlanta a sense of this is it ain't all that why the hell you make him a Falcons fan. No, this is what it's like being a Falcons fan. Games like this, winning games like this. That is why I say there is something special about this game, and this could be a game that, regardless of what happens in the playoffs, you look back on and you say that was a special game, and that really set the tone for Michael Penix. That set the tone for what this era of Falcons football can be moving
Well,
forward.
these boys right here is gonna be the key. Is gonna be the key to getting Jesse Tuggle in the Hall of Fame. How about that?
Do you think so?
I think so. Because
Okay.
this is the reason why Jesse Tuggle hasn't gotten to the Hall of Fame is because
Absolutely. Because guess
we've
what?
been
If Jesse
losing
Tuggle,
and
it,
losing and losing.
if he played with Chicago, if he played with New England, he would have been in the Hall of Fame a long
Listen,
time ago.
one of the most greatest linebackers, but the problem is it's all about timing, boys. And we've been losing for 7 seasons.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, if Mike and them is as good as people say he is, you're gonna start seeing a swag around Atlanta, and it's gonna be crazy to the point where
What do you think?
What?
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Mike, the do-rag, all that.
Yep.
It's got what was one of the big knocks, I think, around Matt Ryan. We can be real, we can be raw, we can be honest.
Yeah.
It was the fact that he didn't have the swag.
Right.
Matt Ryan, Northeast Yankee boy, grew up, with a real,
Right.
yes, sir, no, sir,
Yep.
yes, ma'am, no,
Yep.
ma'am, real respectful. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you got to be that.
Yep.
I feel
But
like he didn't
it
become
wasn't.
that till later.
Right.
He really.
Well, I mean, we saw later in his career, he got that later in his career. I would actually say is when he developed a swag. You got like get fucking set stuff like that.
He said he told the Panthers, he said, "Get off our fucking field."
Yeah. And here's the other thing too.
Moment.
Yeah.
Look at the type of. I want people to also think. I'm talking, or especially early in Matt's career. Look at the music that was played in the Georgia Dome. It was, obviously you still had some ATL music, but you had like real. It was more country and more rock and roll and trying to appeal to that demographic. That's fine. Whereas when Vic was in there,
right,
it was a whole show and everyone was captivated by it. It didn't matter, skin color, whatever. Everyone was captivated by it. You think about the vibe in the Benz, and it's a great vibe, especially when they're winning. Let me tell you something. If this team is what they can be, and I think Michael Penix could be a very special quarterback for this city. I do. And I think this could be a special team. It's a talented team. It's got to come together. There's question marks. I can understand people having them, but there is also an upside to this team that I don't think the Falcons have had since that 2016 team.
Right. Yeah.
Because of what you can do. But it's just not that. If you get some big wins like this right here, that will set the city on fire. That's going to get everyone going and buying a do-rag, wearing a do-rag.
I might have to get me one at that point.
It's going to be just like the Mike Vick experience. It's going to be it's going to be the do-rag capital of the world.
But the whole thing is, I hope that Craig Beatles is smart with these contracts coming up. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, it's gonna be him and Terry.
Yeah, I hope that they can distribute the money early and distribute the money well, because
they already kind of screwed up with Drake, because Drake is getting ready to probably ask for like close to 35 mil, something
like that. So I mean that you got to be a little bit smart, and you gotta be able to hit. Now, what did Philadelphia do last year that was real good? They got cheap defensive players at a bargain rate.
No.
And I think that they got Diablo, and they got, we when we talked about
those are going to be guys we need production from.
When we talked about the San Francisco game, that's a Leonard Floyd game to me. That's a Leonard Floyd game to me. So, we need to get these guys. We got to get them going. We got to get them early, and that's why I always tell people, like, listen, game 1, Tampa Bay in the Benz, like, bro, that's no bigger game than game 1 right now, bro. Because if we splitting with them and we playing them on a Thursday night prime time and we lose to that, and then we got Arizona, and then we got the Rams, like, bro, it
is important to win week 1.
We got to win week 1, man.
Very important.
Yeah.
Talking about this final game for just a second, and we'll go back to our conversation, because this final game, week 18, I'm going to say this. I know you said it don't matter. I could see the scenario where the Falcons, and I think we can all agree we're winning, we're kicking their asses, right?
Right.
Yep.
The only way the Falcons do not win this game is if they already have their playoff spot locked up and they lock it up versus the Rams 6 nights prior. They let Kirk Cousins play, and then let the Saints.
Even then, I think Kirk might get him.
Maybe even then, because Kirk is probably the best backup in the league.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Kirk is definitely better than anyone in their
well, you know
quarterback
what it
room.
is, Will. You know what it is, Will. I think
Yeah.
it'll probably be Kurt's pride, and he gonna light him up because he's gonna probably want a spot somewhere else next year anyway.
Oh yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
probably gonna be a lot of QB movement next year. So I can see somewhere where Kurt says, you know what, let me go out there, let me ball out, let him show, let me, show him I still got it, whatever, wooty woo. And if we do got the playoff spot locked, we're gonna hey boys, we're gonna play viable football in January. Ain't nothing better than that. You know what I mean? We're gonna play
There's
some
nothing better than
football.
that. Now let me say this about this game. That's the only way I see the Saints winning this game. I think this is going to be a scenario where even the final week of the year, because I think Tampa is going to be a good team. They're going to figure
Mhm.
out like they have in years past.
Mhm.
I could see this game being that, we got to win and we win the NFC South. I think
Right.
we're going to win. We're going to win the NFC South. And
All right,
with
boys.
that
I'm
being
heading out.
said, you're
My
heading out,
thing's about
Will.
to die. Yeah, it was nice talking with you,
It
Wolf.
was
Hey,
nice talking
Will,
with you.
man, I'll talk to you soon, my
Yeah.
brother.
Yes, sir.
So I think I got us at 12-5. I believe you got us at a 10-7, Wolf,
Number 7, yeah.
and Will has us at 11-6. And listen, I think that's
Not bad.
about the range we can
Yeah, it's not
all
bad.
agree on.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's what I think we can all agree on because
Yeah.
one of the things about it this year, and I think you can agree with me, Wolf,
Mhm.
is that this is a very big year. This is
Sure.
a playoffs or bust
Sure.
atmosphere. And you think about it, Terry Fontenot's gotten 4 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
four of them,
Yeah.
and he ain't going to get it. I'm telling you,
Yeah. He's
you
not gonna
cannot give this man,
another
you
year.
cannot give him another year if you don't get it.
Yeah, man.
You
I
cannot
totally
give
agree
him
with
year
you. Yeah.
6
No,
if he
I
don't
totally
get
agree.
in.
Totally agree with you. And that's what I'm saying. Listen, this is a very important year for us. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a good year. I think that with the records,
There is a vibe about this year. I
yeah,
know we said it the past few years. There is a vibe about this year that
yeah,
we know we got our guy. At the end of the
sure,
day, he's going to
sure.
take his lumps, but we actually finally feel like we got a guy who we can rock with. We're
Yeah.
not trying to justify a third round Desmond Ritter, who we
No,
know, historically the track record does
no.
not line up with a Kirk Cousins who, even though Kirk has played good football, Kirk is not, going to be here for the long run. Penix, keep that boy healthy. He's going to be here for the
He's
long
going to
run.
listen. He's going to rock, and I think that it's going to be a season where, if you look at the records, Will 11-6, me 10-7, 12-5, it could easily be a 12 winning season, 11, even a 10-7 season. I think
It's fine.
it shows the fan base like, hey, we're
We
trending in
got to
the
make the
right direction.
playoffs.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got to make the playoffs. And even though
yeah,
at
yeah,
the end of the day, if we're a wild card team, they're going to keep their jobs.
yeah,
But I almost feel like you got to win the playoffs and you got to win the South because it's time that the Falcons really make a statement
yep,
for they give the city something. I said this last year. We have seen we're going to get another Super Bowl in there in a couple years. We have seen we've seen how many college football games up in that stadium. We've seen Taylor Swift, Beyonce was just
yeah,
there a month
yeah,
ago. We've had
yeah,
the Final Four was supposed to be there. We've had all sorts of stuff in this stadium. The only
yeah.
thing we haven't had is WrestleMania, which I'm pissed off about.
It's
Uh,
probably gonna come sooner or later, though.
I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope
but
so.
with just being the fourth seed, fifth seed, like you said, maybe even the third seed. Listen, anything is possible. Anything can happen. Anything can go down. And to be honest with you, this is what that kid signed up for. He said it himself. And this is what I'm saying. All you way, look, not to be long winded and stuff like that, because
You're fine, man. You're fine, dude.
listen.
No, I listen. I got
Look,
time. I
no,
got
no,
time.
no, yeah. He when McGarry got hurt, the kid said it. The kid said, "Listen, I don't care who's in front of me. I don't care what's going on. We gon' They brought me here to they got confidence in me, and as long as we can gel, we're gonna gel. That's it. So there ain't no excuses. Let's not build in excuses for what this kid is. He's being a
Uh-huh.
leader out there. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna
Yeah,
make plays. I know he's gonna make plays.
of
I
course
know
he
he is.
is.
So, you know what? It's fine. So, hey, man. With that being
It's
said, brother, listen. What are you doing tomorrow? You just doing the all the teams, all 30
Yeah, I'm gonna
teams?
do all the teams. I think I'm gonna just do a video tomorrow with that.
Okay.
I gotta go. That's what I was saying. I do have time, but I was gonna either tomorrow or Tuesday. I hope tomorrow because like I
Okay.
don't really got anything planned for tomorrow and stuff like that. And that's why I wanted to get this out of the way tonight, and I
Okay.
wanted y'all to come on with me because I want to know what other people think
Sure,
about
sure. That's
how
why I
we're gonna
came,
do
brother. You
this.
know what I'm saying? I got some family
I
here, but I
know,
say, listen, man, I gotta give my boy at
I
least an
know,
hour, man. You know what I'm saying? For me to run through these games and stuff.
absolutely.
And
I
and,
appreciate
and
you,
then
man.
and yeah,
And
definitely.
you're welcome
Oh,
anytime.
definitely. I know that. I know that. Oh,
And
you know.
I'm gonna be doing lives, man. Maybe
Okay.
like this, maybe StreamYard, maybe other style. But I'm gonna
Sure.
tell you something, man. There's something about this year that I really feel like it's make or break.
Yeah, man.
And
And I love the new channel, the new name. That's awesome, brother. Awesome.
and listen, you call me RUA, stuff like that. I'm Chandler. You can call me Chandler. That's my
Channel, no
name.
problem, brother. Listen,
That
listen. You know, you already know. So listen. It's good that you're doing it, man. I'm glad that you're doing it. You're back.
and you're doing it too. You're
Hey,
doing it.
brother, I'm trying, brothers. But I'm gonna let you know. I'll probably email you because the Washington game, I'm probably gonna have to fly in and fly out. I'm not too sure yet.
Okay.
The
So you're
Dolphins,
gonna be at that game.
I'm probably it's like 50-50 that game. The Dolphin game, I'm probably definitely gonna be there for the Dolphin game.
Let me tell you something about that Dolphin game. I'm gonna be up and I'm gonna be enjoying some unlimited food for that one. So I'm gonna
Okay.
try to see if I could that new 300 club. So I'm gonna be
Okay.
enjoying that, but I'm still definitely gonna catch up with you for that game. I
Okay.
loved meeting you and your family for the Kansas City game
Yes.
last
Yes.
year, and I can't wait, to meet you again.
Hey man, brother, we
Hopefully
had
at
a
one
great
this
time, brother.
season.
Yes, sir, man. So I'll let you know definitely, and see if like how it goes. But then I'll tap back in tomorrow and just look at your video, see where you at. All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So hey,
absolutely. And I'm
hey,
gonna be
brother. Hey, great to talk to you. Great to see you, brother.
great. Yes,
And
absolutely.
yes.
And when are you going live next? Because I saw you live. I didn't get to tap
So
in, but I
so
was
so I went live to talk about the obviously the 28-3 just kind of ran into one of the fans that was there at the 28-3. So
oh man.
I kind of like walked through the couple scenarios. But I'm like you, RUA. StreamYard, I don't like it. I don't like how StreamYard is acting right now. So I'm trying other platforms to see how it is. Because StreamYard, dude, it's just like, dude, it's like what the like it's just not, I don't know, it's just not clicking right for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm just not liking StreamYard anymore. So I'm probably gonna do StreamYard maybe a couple of more times. And then it's like I'm trying to see. Maybe I'll do Zoom. Maybe I'll do.
Well, I'll tell you this about Zoom.
Okay.
So this is the deal.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for it right now. I'm gonna try to keep it, but
Right.
I'm not paying for it right now. I got a free trial with it. I was actually gonna try to do something different, but I'm like that. I don't want to, you got to know certain limits,
Sure.
with your fucking technology.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, dude, you just gotta, yeah, right now with Zoom, I feel like, I could have something going with it.
Right.
Obviously
Yeah.
you and Will, I would definitely probably say as far as this goes,
Yeah.
y'all are my number ones.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
are,
sure. Yeah, I'm trying like OBS and stuff like something
OBS, yes,
different.
that's what I was
Yeah,
going to try to do it with. But
yeah.
the thing is, this is
The
my
learning
channel,
curve.
but y'all are absolutely a part of this thing,
Yeah,
man.
man, definitely, brother. You know that. You know that when I got go live over there, you can come through anytime too, brother. You know that, man. So you don't even need an invitation. Just come by, brother. You know that.
I know, man. Just
Yeah,
like I was checking in with you constantly because,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
love having you on. I love talking to you.
Hey, man, love talking to you too, my brother. Man, you're doing good, man. Just finish up strong, and then me and you will talk on a personal level, all right, my brother.
Absolutely. Hey,
Hey, brother.
have an amazing night. Have a
You too,
blessed night.
brother,
And
man.
hey, say your thing before you get out of here.
Hey man, remember to get your life up, not your likes. You heard?
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, brother, I'll talk to you. All right. All right.
Have a great night,
Later,
bro.
man.
Have a great night. All right. Well, shout out to Will. Shout out to Wolf. Shout out to those guys, man. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something about those guys. They ain't just them. There's other guys too. Shout out to Blake Newsome. Shout out to some of the other guys. I've done it with in the past. Those guys are man. Those guys love. I've met them. Love talking to them. And we all got our own stuff going on, but whenever we can get together and do this type of stuff, man, I love doing it. And really what this is all about, it's about growing, man. It's about growing, and it's about really being, just doing it all. It ain't just me. It ain't just me. And I can say that I don't got, the ego to think it's all me, because it ain't. I'm I'm only a part of it. I got the keys to the channel, but listen, any of y'all want to come in? Matter of fact, right now, and I know it's late and all, but shoot, anyone watching out there want to come up into the Zoom, you're more than welcome to, man, at any time. But to just give those guys their praise. You know, shout out to Wolf, shout out to Will. Um, those are two guys. Will's really doing it on TikTok. He's holding it down over there, and Wolf, we're trying to definitely grow him also. But the StreamYard link is there for anyone who wants to come through. So let's see. I see we got a few comments. We beat the Eagles, in prime time. We did, and I think that's the thing. You got to factor in with these with predicting these games. Anything can happen. I didn't think we stood a chance in Philly last year, and we won. That's why I say I don't think there's a game I could say we don't stand. Shoot, CPG, come on, CPG. Come on. We can run through the Panther schedule, see how trash they're going to be this year. But I didn't think we were going to beat Philly in prime time, and shoot, look at us. We went in there and we shocked the world. So it's saying that we could literally win any game on our schedule. There's also a case that we could lose a lot of games on our schedule. And that's why I say I think something we didn't talk about is, could it go wrong? Of course it could go wrong. But we got the guys that we can finally build with. And I feel like we are in a situation to build with. And that is the thing. It all starts with a quarterback. It starts with Michael Penix, and I'm not expecting Michael Penix to come out and play at an MVP level this year. But I want to see growth, and I think that we are definitely going to get growth as the season goes on. And as he grows, we're going to grow. We're going to grow, and we're going to be able to win these games that maybe we didn't win with past quarterbacks. You talk about what we did on defense this offseason. We're going to be able to, I really feel like, even if we do not see, Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. be 10 sack guys each. And I'm going to say this. We've been seeing a lot of Pierce. We've been seeing Pierce. Pierce has that dog in him. And Pierce is that type of player that I really feel like we can need. Every team needs that FU guy. And I feel like Pierce could definitely be that for us. CPG.
What's up?
What up? And we were just talking about we're going to sweep y'all this year.
Y'all couldn't sweep us last year.
All right, dude. Shoot,
No,
look at what we had last year.
y'all's fan base has been talking a lot of shit all off
So
season.
have y'all. Y'all been talking a lot of shit.
Well, yeah, I've seen them Falcons fans talking shit all off season, and I'm like, didn't we? Why are y'all talking shit to us? Didn't we win the last time we played?
Y'all won. Yeah, y'all won the last time we played, in a fucking shootout. Our defense fucking y'all won that game when we knew we weren't going to the fucking playoffs.
I remember on Twitter that last week of the regular season, everybody was saying Penix versus Young is the future of the NFC South right there.
Well, shoot, we gonna see, but y'all still, y'all gonna still be the third best team in the division this year. It's gonna be us and Tampa this year. Y'all gotta wait for Tampa to get out of the way, and then y'all maybe step
I
in
gotta
about a year or so.
I gotta see how we look the first 2-3 weeks. To be honest,
Shoot, y'all play
I'm
us week 3.
I hope we keep building off that momentum we had in the season against you guys, but I'm kind of scared we're gonna get off to a slow start.
You think so?
I'm a little worried about it just based on some of the play calling in the
Well,
preseason.
let's run through it, man. Let's run through it. What do y'all think? Week 1 versus Jacksonville, you win or loss?
I think we can win that game. I think it'll.
Uh,
I think it'll be a competitive game, but
all
I
right.
think we can win that.
Now, week 2 at Arizona.
I think we can win that. We beat them last year.
All right, so 2-0. You talk about a slow start, but you got y'all starting off 2-0. What do you think about when we come up to Charlotte week 3?
That one's tough because I feel like y'all always beat us in Charlotte and we always beat y'all in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Mercedes-Benz North.
I don't know why y'all beat us in Charlotte. We beat y'all in Atlanta. It's always been like that.
Yeah, we always take over Mercedes-Benz North. So what you think? Are we going to whoop your ass up there again?
I don't know. I think it'll be a good game again. Hell, the way Penix and Bryce played that last game.
Well, what you think y'all going to lose?
It's always hard to predict division games because hell, it could go in either way in the NFC South.
I mean, yeah, it could, but
I mean,
I'll tell you.
if we're 2-0 at that point, I'd like to think that the home field advantage would help us get an edge in that game
Oh,
because
so
our fans are going to be loud as hell if we're 2-0 playing you guys.
if y'all's fans even show up, shoot, we still take over that place.
Oh, that ain't saying much. Charlotte's a transplant city. Most of the real fans out here, we don't live in Charlotte.
You still gonna have, well, I mean, shoot, you got Falcons fans, I'm sure, in the suburbs of Charlotte also. I'm sure you went to school with some Falcons fans.
I graduated with a Falcons fan.
Exactly.
I give them shit for it all the time.
So, but what do you think week 3? You think y'all gonna win that game?
I'll give us the first game against you
All
guys.
right. So, what about against the Patriots week 4?
That's tough. I think their
These
defense.
boys.
I think they got a decent defense, don't they?
Yeah, no, Vrabel's a good coach.
I might say the Patriots might be able to give us our first L.
All right. Miami coming into Charlotte.
It depends. Is Tua gonna have his 1 millionth concussion
I
before that
don't
game?
know. Shoot.
If Tua plays, it's gonna be a tough game. But if it's like last year, we could beat them.
I was telling Will and Wolf earlier that I think Miami's falling apart this year too, or not.
Yeah, I don't know. The NFL is still hyping Miami up, and I'm like, I don't know. It feels like Miami is about to like
They're
go
gonna
into
blow up.
Yeah, it feels like they're gonna trade the whole team away and rebuild.
Yeah. Well, y'all think y'all gonna win that game?
Y'all give it to us. We played Miami tough last time we played
All
them.
right. What about when Dallas comes up in there?
I'll give that to the Cowboys. In the regular season, they fucking own us. We own them in the playoffs.
You don't think that them Trey and Micah gives y'all the edge now?
I don't know. The Cowboys always have our number in the regular season,
All right, shoot.
but in the playoffs, we always beat the Cowboys.
Shoot, when did y'all last beat Dallas in the playoffs?
Probably the early 2000s.
Exactly, because I know y'all ended their dynasty, but shoot, trying to think.
Oh, I tell Niners and Cowboys fans all the time, I'm like, y'all got the Carolina curse. Y'all ain't won a Super Bowl since we came in the league.
Yeah. What about versus the Jets? That's up in New York.
I'll give it to the Jets.
All right, sure. I was maybe thinking y'all may win that one, but shoot, okay. What about what?
For just, I mean, not just, I don't really care, but I think Justin Fields might make them competitive.
All right. Well, what about when Josh Allen comes up in there? You going to tear y'all asses up?
Probably because our defense is ass.
Yeah. What about when y'all go up to Green Bay?
Oh, that's going to be a tough
Micah
game.
Parsons going to split Bryce's little ass.
Where we at? Where we at record wise?
Well, you're at 500. You're at 4-4, buddy.
4-4. Yeah, Green Bay.
That sounds about right. Honestly, 4-4. I don't agree with some of the games, but
I'm gonna give us that one just because I want to see Bryce take the next step and beat.
You really think y'all beat Green Bay, dude, in Green Bay in Lambeau?
Hell, Bryce had a shootout with Jordan Love a couple years ago.
You really think y'all beat that? That was in Charlotte. You think y'all going into Lambeau? They just got Micah.
I mean, any given Sunday. That's what I'm going with. Any given Sunday.
Week 10, y'all facing y'all gonna beat the fuck out of the Aints.
Oh yeah,
in Charlotte.
I got us sweeping New Orleans, so you ain't even got to ask that.
Okay, well, I could honestly, I'm gonna tell you.
I think the whole division's gonna sweep New Orleans.
I think there's a case for that, but I'm gonna tell y'all the type of team I think y'all are gonna be. But what do you think about that second game in Atlanta?
I was gonna give y'all the second game.
Okay, so that
we always split. It seems like so.
We ain't swept y'all in 6 years. Y'all ain't swept us since 2013.
I feel like we always split. We don't ever sweep each other anymore.
What about this San Francisco game Monday night?
That's a good one because I think that's in San Francisco.
That's in well, it's in San Jose, really, Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, I know, but you know what I mean. It's in Cali.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be realistic and say the 49ers.
All right, shoot, yeah. What about when the Rams come up in there, up in Charlotte?
I think we could beat the Rams. I think the Rams are falling off.
I think they're going to be contending for a top seed. I think this is probably their last chance to do it.
And Matthew Stafford's still dealing with a back issue.
Yeah, well, so what? Y'all think y'all going to win up in against the Rams in Charlotte?
Yeah, I'll take the W against the Rams.
What about y'all sweeping the Aints? What about first game versus Tampa and Charlotte?
I'm gonna say we split with Tampa this year. We should have split with them last year.
Y'all should have, yeah.
I'll give them the game in Tampa.
All right, and then so you giving y'all the game in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Well, shit, we gonna need y'all to beat Tampa once. I'm gonna be fucking pulling for y'all that week, pulling for Bryce's ass to pull it out. What about What about when Seattle comes up in there?
That's going to be interesting because fucking Dave Canales coached under Pete Carroll for so long that he does a lot of the same shit Pete Carroll does. That's a tough one.
Well, it ain't Pete Carroll
I'm gonna give
anymore.
it. I'm gonna give it to us just because I want us to get revenge on Sam Darnold. To be honest,
What the fuck Sam Darnold do to y'all?
he was ass in
Y'all put
Carolina.
shoot.
He was ass when he played here.
Yeah, he was ass because y'all were fucking ass. Y'all didn't make him any better.
He was ass for Minnesota in the playoffs.
So y'all think y'all going 10-7 this year?
That's what I've been telling people. I think our ceiling is.
Yeah, that's y'all ceiling is 10-7.
I'd be happy with 8 to 10 wins this year.
So I'm gonna tell you something. I think this is the type of team I think y'all are gonna be, and I got my season predictions coming out tomorrow. I think y'all are gonna be the type of team that could beat San Francisco and beat the Bucks at least once, but also could lose to the Saints this year.
If we lose to the Saints, it's because Alvin Kamara ran all over us.
Well, I'm telling you, I think y'all are. I truly think I'm gonna tell you this. I think y'all are probably 1 year away.
I've told everybody I think our defense is 1 or 2 years away.
I think y'all are 1 year away, and I think that next year it's probably going to be because I could see this potentially being Tampa's last, real shot at it. Tampa being really good. I could see the Bucks maybe starting to decline a little bit next year, and then y'all, take that spot, and then it's us and y'all, for the next several years. But I think we're taking the South this year from Tampa, but let's see. I mean, this 10-7. Look, that's probably y'all ceiling at the end.
Tampa's run is almost over. I think Atlanta and
Carolina.
Atlanta and Carolina are about to finally fucking get to where we've been waiting for years for us to get to.
And this is what I think we need the next 2 years. We just need the Saints to be terrible and not get any of these quarterbacks. And if that happens, they're going to be fucking terrible for 10 more years.
I've told the Saints fans the last 4 or 5 years.
Saints fans were told that the moment, what did we tell them? We told them the moment Breeze walks out that door, it's all going to change.
Oh, I'm sure you can go on my channel and find old videos where I told Saints fans, the day you don't have Sean Payton and Drew Brees, y'all go back to putting bags on your heads.
Y'all go back to being the Saints.
Yep.
I would say going back to being the Saints. No, y'all go back to being the Saints. Y'all, because Drew Brees, Sean Payton, that was y'all's golden era. You got your little pity Super Bowl at that point. You got your great moment following Katrina. It was really they really needed that to stabilize the city, and it was a great story. They have walked out the door. It's been 20 years since Katrina. The city is as stabilized as it can get. It's time for y'all to be fucking ass again.
Yeah, I was at the Panthers and Saints game at our stadium last year. Alvin Kamara ran all over us, man.
Saints fans try to run their mouth up in there.
No, literally every time I've been to a game where we play the Saints, I make Saints fans move away from me because I'm yelling so loud the whole game. They get annoyed and move away from me. It's happened every time I go to a game where we play them. The
past 2 years, them roaches ain't even showed up here in Atlanta.
And there were Saints fans behind us at that game, and they were talking all game, and I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Last year, dude, they didn't even show up.
They're not going. Atlanta. They ain't going to show up to Atlanta. They know that y'all going to give them hell.
Well, I mean, shoot, they know that they're going to fucking
I think y'all hate them more than anybody.
That's.
I mean, I hate the Saints a lot too, but you guys and the Saints are up there for me.
Well, shit, we know y'all are obsessed with us.
It's the I-85 rivalry right there.
I think y'all are a little more. I mean, just because they had Drew Brees, I think everyone was kind of obsessed with the Saints for some years. But shoot, I think are most. I think y'all care about beating us.
Well, I mean, this is kind of off topic, but it's like I've seen a lot of hypothetical NFL division realignments and stuff, and they don't ever put Atlanta and Carolina in the same division. I'm
No,
like,
they well,
that's how I know y'all've never been to the South, because you can literally just ride I-85 straight back and forth from
but
Atlanta to Charlotte.
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why that is. So I've seen it. I think the realignment goes. The NFC South would be um the Falcons, the Saints, and you cannot ever have those two teams not in the same division
I
because
don't think you can't have Atlanta and Carolina in the same division.
well, hold
They're
on
like
now.
3 hours apart.
It is. I understand that, but here's the thing with it. Okay, you got you can never have the Falcons and Saints not in the same division because there's so much history between those two teams, and also before the Saints and Falcons for so many years were the only two NFL teams in the Southeast. So that is another reason why that rivalry runs so deep, and you can never not have those two teams
Y'all
not
both
in the
came.
same division.
Y'all both came into the league around the same time, I think, too.
Yes, 1 year apart from each other. We got a year on them. But I think it has Tampa in our division, which at the end of the day, where else are you gonna? I mean, you could put Tampa in the East, but where else? I mean, is Tampa really even East? You gotta put Tampa in the South, and
I mean, Miami's technically in the AFC East.
they would put Dallas in the NFC South. They put y'all in the NFC East with Washington and Washington and
You can't
Phil.
take the Cowboys out of the same
That's
division
why,
as
yeah,
the
you can't
Giants.
take them. You can't take the Cowboys out of that division because the Cowboys have so many historic rivalries in that division.
The Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, Giants, all of that is like it. There's so much history between those four. It's kind of hard to separate them.
It is absolutely hard to separate any of those teams from each other. So with all that being said, I think that at the end of the day, the division realignment, it's just talk. I think the NFL has such a perfect format that now I think
yeah, I agree. 32 teams, the divisions are perfectly even. I love it this way.
Now, I mean, there is some questionable stuff. The Colts should probably be in the AFC North. And
I mean, they'll be all right. We were all in the NFC. Three of the teams in our division were in the NFC West at one point.
Yeah, I mean,
Tampa Bay is the only team in our division that wasn't in a division with us before the.
No, South. They were in Green Bay's old division.
And we joined the West with you guys when we came into the league.
No shit. What are you thinking about?
And we're 1996 NFC West champions. I love to throw that in Niners fans' faces.
You've been seeing Drake Baldwin lighting it up all year?
To be honest,
you ain't been watching the Braves.
I ain't really paid attention just because of how ass it's been going.
Well, shit. I mean, when you let fucking, I better not let Ronald walk out the fucking door.
I mean, I get notifications for the final scores all the time, and I seen the other day it was like we lost like 13-4 or something. I was like, Jesus, we lost dude,
to the Phillies, but
we got our asses clapped.
Yeah.
We've been. That's what happens when. We've been. I feel like ever since we won the World Series, it's been nothing but injuries and hell. I feel like our whole pitching situation's going to shit.
You ain't re-signing anyone. Yeah. So, let's see.
Acuna can't stay healthy either anymore.
No one can really. Well, I mean, and that's going to be kind of the downfall of his career because
he's so damn good too.
He's so good, but yeah. What the fuck's Bill Belichick going to do tomorrow night?
I'm hoping he brings us a win, because if not, there's probably going to be memes everywhere laughing at us. I mean, it's TCU. I mean, I think we could beat TCU. Are you a Bulldogs fan?
Oh, fuck no. Fucking, I got to deal with Kalen DeBoer's ass.
What college team you like?
I just told you I got to fucking deal with Kalen DeBoer's ass.
I don't know everybody in college's names like
Blair,
that.
you don't know the new Alabama coach, Kalen DeBoer?
Oh, you're an Alabama fan?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. And I've been, I mean, look, I kind of went through this shit saying, well, let's just see what the fuck he does in his second year and let's see if he can improve. He ain't improved on shit.
Y'all going, Alabama's going through the same shit that the Patriots did after Brady and Belichick left. Nick Saban left, and yeah, it's going to be rough, probably.
Yeah. So, when are you going to come down to Atlanta to see the Panthers get beat down here?
I don't know. I say it all the time. I want to go to Atlanta one year for a Panthers Falcons game, but yeah, work always fucking gets in the way. I mean, I need to do it because hell, I did go to Indianapolis the beginning of this year, so it can be done. It's just got to be planned out.
As I just fucking bought the ticket for that game today.
I work Sundays, so I mean, it's hard sometimes for me to figure it out.
Do you work?
I gotta pick a game.
You work during the games?
No, I work at night.
You work the graveyard?
I'm at work right now, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, last year when I went to the Saints game, I hadn't had any sleep, and I had to come to work after the game, and I was
So you
trying
went
so
from
hard,
work to the game, then back to work.
pretty much, and I was exhausted because I mean I was screaming my ass off at the game.
Yeah.
I actually busted a blood vessel in my hand from clapping so hard.
Oh God. Hey, I ain't ever done that shit.
I get way too into it, man. People are like, "You're so like laid back and chill." I'm like, "Wait till you see me at a Panthers game."
Same way with me and the Falcons. I ain't never popped a blood vessel.
I get carried away, man. I'm trying to keep the team in the game. I'm trying to get the rest of the stadium like, come on.
Yeah, well, most of these motherfuckers now they go to the game to, say they win and it's an entertainment event to them now. It ain't fucking That's what annoys me about like all these people that go down to the bins and sit in those club seats. They dare to just be somewhere on a Sunday. You're not a fan of the team. You probably don't even know how many yards a football field is.
Yeah.
And while
I did see the food you guys, they said y'all got new food at the stadium this year, and I was looking at that. I was like, damn, some of that shit looks good. I really need to go to a game down there.
I gotta fucking I typically don't venture too much with food there either, but I may this year.
Some of that new food they got for this season at the bins looks.
Because I know you're a bigger guy, right? CPG.
Yeah.
You're a bigger guy, so I mean, shoot, yeah, you come down here, you're gonna want to eat good.
Well, actually, I went from a bigger guy to a skinny guy to back to kind of a bigger guy. Like 3 years ago, I was 186 pounds. Everybody thought I was doing crack or something because I was so small.
Now, how much are you?
I'm like 230 now.
That ain't a bad weight. I'm 250.
I usually like to try to stay between 200 and 220. I've always felt like that's a good weight for me. When I used to play basketball all the time, I weighed like around 210 to 220.
That ain't a bad weight. Yeah, I mean, I'd say 250. I mean, if I could get down to like
Back then,
230.
when I was in high school and I weighed that much, most of that was muscle though, because all I did was play basketball.
Then you got out of there, you got yourself carried away, fucking rooting for the Panthers and eating fucking donuts.
Oh man, that season we went 15-1. We got so many free donuts and like half off pizza. Yeah, I probably put on a lot of weight that 15-1 season.
That's why I say, I want to lose weight, but shoot, football season comes around, you got to eat good,
I
especially
gotta,
on game day.
I gotta have me a beer.
Shoot, you gotta have that. You gotta go to that stadium. See, that's the thing. I haven't even really I always get the 2 hot dogs in the water for like $7. But this year I think I'm gonna venture out with some of the food.
You need to. Look, y'all got some good food there now.
Shoot, yeah. And then not just that, like when we're not, we're playing on the road. I mean, shoot, I gotta have a good game day meal. Sometimes maybe I go to Hooters or go to B Dubs or shoot, I had Canes for the first time a few months ago. That is that is some good stuff.
Canes?
Canes,
Yeah,
yes.
I've still never had it. I've been wanting to try it.
That's some good that caniac with that sauce.
When we were in Indianapolis, I was wanting to try it, but we never ended up doing it.
Them tenders are best tenders. Now, I don't know if you've ever had Guthrie's. I just tried that for the first time yesterday. That's also the tenders are basically the same as Canes, really good. And but their fries and that Cane's toast is just it's so good.
Yeah, it's been on my to try list for a while. There's not a there's not any around me, so I have to go somewhere else.
Yeah. No, shoot. Yeah.
That's why I should have tried it in Indianapolis. And the Colts Stadium is actually pretty nice,
You
except for
went
that,
there.
except for
Did you
the
go there?
statue.
Did you go to there for the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, that's why I was in Indianapolis.
Oh shit! I didn't know you went to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And I saw when I was leaving, we were in the car trying to pull out, waiting on everybody to walk by. There was a guy wearing a Cam Newton dab shirt. And I rolled the window down and I was like, keep pounding. He looked at me and saw my hat and he said it back and had a big ass smile on his face. I was laughing. I was drunk though, because this guy, the guy and his wife that were sitting beside of us, they kept getting up and down the whole damn night. And he came back that last time and handed me a beer and was like, I was like, is this for me? He was like, yeah, I'm sorry for getting up and down all night, man. This is my way of saying apologize. And I was like, oh, I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, no, that's a real one because most of these motherfuckers, I understand, but like you got people that you want to know another thing that annoys me too. Also, when like okay, because I ain't gonna lie, there's some times I'm at the bins and like I'm not in the seat that I got a ticket for, right? Maybe I'm a couple rows down low, or maybe I'm with one of my buddies and we're watching the game together. And obviously, we don't have it, we're not in our exact seats, we're a couple rows lower, but it's the 300 section, so deal with it. Second quarter comes around, you got, get, a couple, a husband and a wife come through. Sometimes they'll bring security. Why are you in our seats? I'm, now obviously just like, yes, ma'am, our bad will move. I'm thinking in my head, well, why the fuck weren't y'all in that? Why the fuck are you waiting until the second quarter to come to your seats? Has that ever happened to you?
I was just about to ask you if that happens at your stadium the way it does at ours, because I've taken people to their first Panthers game before, and they're like, no, there's not a lot of people here. I'm like, oh, they all wait till damn kickoff to even start coming to their seats.
Like there should honestly be a rule, I think, at these stadiums. If you ain't in your seat by the start of the second quarter, yeah,
you should be in your damn seat by kickoff.
You should be in your damn seat by kickoff, yeah. But if you ain't in your seat by the second quarter, give it the fuck up. Because why are you coming? Actually, matter of fact, it's happened one time in the second half to me. old black, and it's always them, older, especially older black women. They come through, and they're with their grandkids, stuff like that. They're with their husband. This one time I'll never forget. They come through, and they're like, I think they also brought security too. And then the security's like, "Do y'all know where your seats are?" You know, I actually at the time acted like, "Oh shit, I didn't know," but obviously I knew. Like, "Oh shit, yeah, our seats are up there," but I didn't know. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know. My bad." And then we just moved sections.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but I mean, it's like so. It's a
I
seat.
mean, I've had to tell people they're in my seat before, but they usually don't say anything. They just get up and move, like a couple seats
Yeah.
over. Like I said,
Sometimes it happens.
The Saints fans move away from me during the game. They end up sitting in a seat that ain't theirs anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and the thing, even if your team is good, I feel like in the NFL that yet it's easy to do that just because I never really feel like, there's too many. I mean, what stadiums realistically do you see complete sellouts at for NFL games?
Maybe in the playoffs you'll see like a packed stadium, but most
Maybe.
stadiums there's empty seats somewhere in the stadium.
Yeah. Even in probably Kansas City.
Hell, there's a lot more empty seats at ours sometimes the last few years.
Oh, well, I mean, you'll always get your empty seats around here, even when. So I'll tell you this, we were still leading the division. It was the day y'all fucking lost in Tampa and Charlotte, where y'all should have fucking won, and y'all didn't fucking help us. Y'all were about to
Talking about
bail us
last
out.
season?
Yeah, and then Chuba
Yeah.
Hubbard. So,
Chuba fumbled
anyways,
in overtime,
that
and
was the day
we were
Kirk.
already in field goal range. All we had to do was win the game.
That was the day that Kirk threw 4 interceptions versus the Chargers. But going into that day, we were still in the lead in the division. We were still a game over 500 too. Now,
Yeah.
granted, we had lost 2 straight. We're coming off a bye. It's a Sunday after Thanksgiving, but even still, it's this Chargers game, and nobody is there. So what I was saying, you got to establish a home field advantage.
Oh yeah, like when we last time we played the NFC Championship at home, it was so loud and everybody was jumping up and down so much that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were talking about how the damn booth was shaking.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to get back to that. We need to make the booth shake.
I've been to y'all stadium, and I mean, shoot, it's I'll say I think y'all are renovating it.
Yeah, they're gonna cut one of the sections of the nosebleeds out and put a bar up there in a standing room section.
Well, I'll say this: it won't be this year that I'm able to make it back up there. I want to make it back up there though soon. And just I'll fucking let you know. But this honestly would have been a good game to go to this year. It's going to be early in the year, and it's going to be an important one early.
Yeah, usually when like if people are trying to gift me tickets, they ask me what game do you want to go to. I'm like, you can pick any NFC South opponent, and I'll be happy to go to that one for sure.
And when's your birthday?
My birthday was this past Monday.
Oh shoot, yeah. Because I was going to say I don't know if you got a birthday during football season because I got mine's. I was telling them earlier I got mine's on December 9th. It's 2 days after the Seahawks game and 2 days before the Thursday game in Tampa.
And mine's always been the end of preseason.
I know you've said in the past you were born with your fucking team.
Yeah, that's why when some of the people on YouTube say something, they're like, "You must have been a Cowboys fan like other Panthers fans." I'm like, "No, I'm not old enough to have been a fan of any other team."
Exactly. You were born with them. That's why I say I was always born into it. You were born with your team, basically. You grew up with your team.
That's why I tell people all the time. It's so cool that I can I've pretty much grown up with my team.
And
I've seen almost their entire history firsthand.
That is very, very rare.
Jaguars and Texans fans could say the same thing. I guess Ravens fans too, even though they're technically the original Cleveland
Well, think about
Browns.
this. It's pretty astonishing that they've only been around for like 30 years too, because they've already won 2 Super Bowls. They have so many players in the Hall of Fame. And like you think about it, Lamar will probably be in the Hall of Fame one day. He keeps this up.
The Texans are the baby of the league.
Yeah, I was
The only team to exist after the 2000s.
shit. They're the only team to have existed after Tom Brady to not have existed when Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl. Or at least play.
I think Tom Brady was it 2001 where they won
Yeah,
their first Super Bowl.
because I was just watching because it's all coming up now because we're getting close. It was
Yeah, that's
the
right. Because
9/11 season.
2002 was the Bucks and the Raiders. That's right.
Yeah, and no one,
And then 03 was us and the Patriots.
and like I don't, I've never really kind of caught on to it, but now I kind of am. They were the Patriots, and it's like the first game after 9/11. You know, Bledsoe goes out and Brady comes in.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
A lot of
something.
people forget how good that Super Bowl was with the Panthers and Patriots. It's one of the most overlooked Super Bowls of all time. It was such a good game, even though we lost. That was
We
a
lost.
hell of
So
a Super Bowl.
we lost to the Patriots, both of us, in the same stadium.
Y'all lost in the Texans Stadium.
Yes.
That's crazy. Because I always tell everybody, fuck the Texans Stadium and the Niners Stadium because we lost the Super Bowl in
I
both of them.
hate. I mean, I really can't even speak on the Miami Stadium like that because that's before I was around, and we really shouldn't have even been in that Super Bowl to begin with against Denver. But like, yeah, fuck that. I would never want to go visit that stadium because, and you're not even saying. I mean, it doesn't look like a bad stadium, but I'd never want to visit there.
Give me just a minute. I got to do my job. Give me like 5-10 minutes.
You gotta go greet people. Hey, shoot, we got CPG at work, so I mean, it's fitting. It's Labor Day. Got someone putting in some work. Yeah, shit, I'm excited. I'm ready for this season to get underway. Ready for things to get started. Once again, shout to Wolf and Will for coming up earlier. And look, anyone else wants to come up, shoot, links up in there. I don't know how it goes. A situation where I think we're going to come out and listen to another game where. Oh, but as I say, tomorrow, 2025 NFL season predictions. Plan on putting that out tomorrow. Hopefully, actually, doing a little bit of work on that right now. As I told you, I got time tonight. Shoot. Told y'all. I got time tonight. I can, you know. Who's excited for football though? That's one of the things. Shoot, that's what we're all here for. Listen, once again, shout out to Will and shout out to Wolf, man. Y'all go support them. Y'all go support them boys. Man, listen, sometimes you just gotta keep it simple. Yeah, all right. Everyone watching, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the post notification bell. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on here. But appreciate everyone for their support tonight, man. Appreciate everyone for their support. Appreciate everyone for tapping in. All the love shown. It's officially September, officially time football month. Also would have been my grandmother's birthday today. God rest her soul. Let me see. I'm trying to think. There's gotta be something I can do. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end this live right here. Appreciate everyone for coming through. Shout out once again, shout out to Will, shout out to shout out to Wolf, shout out to CPG, his ass is hard at work. Shout out to everyone who came through. And man, y'all remember that, it's just the beginning, man. The season just getting started. Gonna be putting out a lot of content for y'all, man. Gonna be going live, man. Going live after these games, going live. It's gonna be exciting, man. So yeah, y'all take it easy. Y'all have a great night. See y'all in the next one. Take care.